Python dance one, Python dance two, a Python dance three. Oh, no, put him in Nnamdi. Nnamdi win the war. Python dance one, Python dance two, a Python dance three. Oh, no, put him in Nnamdi. Welcome, my great people of Biafra. Anywhere you are tuning in or watching this video from, this live broadcast, this interaction section, please, as soon as you are tuning in, share this video, invite your families, invite your friends. We are going to be discussing important issue. I will open up the line for you to call in to air your opinion. That is why it is called interaction section. And before we proceed, let us hear prayer from our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, before I will introduce the topic of today, then open up the line for you to call. Those who have been joining this program, they know how they are enjoying it. So let's hear the prayer. I want you to bow your head anywhere you are. Let us pray before we continue.
Good evening and good night to some of you. This is a very special broadcast, and of course, we must pray. And prayer we must, this very evening and always going forward. And I will pray in the language of heaven, because Chukwukika Abiyama is in control of all that we have been doing and will continue to do until Biafra is restored and all the suffering indigenous populations and the damnable zoological republic are set free. Chineke na nke pụrụ ime na Chukwukika Abiyama na-efu na aja ha nsọ ya mma mgbe niile. Onye ọbụla na ya na-achị eluigwe n'ụwa na-agba akaebe ịhụnanya gị na ebere gị amara gị na ọmịiko gị ebe ndị gị na-eze ebede ngọzi. Anyị wee na-etoghị agbanyeghị atụmatụ ọjọọ niile nke ndị iro. Iwe enye anyị ndụ ala kedị n'uwere n'ụbọchị nke taa. Anyị wee na-asị na ịja mma niile otu niile dịrị aha nsọ gị. Onye ọ bụ naanị aka ikere nọ n'ọgbadara aka ya. Anyị wee na-akpọku gị na-asị gị na nke ọma ma anyị ga-ekele gị nke ọjọọ ma anyị kelee gị. Anyị wee na-aja gị mma, wee na-eto gị, wee na-asọpụrụ gị n'isi ụmụ gị niile bụ ndị ikwu ndị wee eziokwu mgbe a kpọrọ ha ka ha wee chekwaa ala nsọ gị bụ Biafra onye nwe na Chineke na ihe kwuru anyị nkwa na o mekataghị ka ndị iro wee were ala nsọ Biafra onye nwe na Chineke na nke bi n'igwe. Agbanyeghị atụmatụ ọjọọ niile nke ndị iro ma ndị na-agba mgbọ bụ ebe niile dị iche iche onye nwe na Chineke nna ihere bụ nke niile etu a n'ụbọchị nke taa. Anyị wee na-eto gị, wee na-asị onye nwe anyị na Chineke nna nke pụrụ m ihe niile, onye ọ bụla anyị a na-azọpụta, onye ọ bụ naanị ya bụ okwu ya niile bụ ihe na amen. Anyị wee na-asị ezi ebube dị ngọzi na ọtụtụ na ịja mma na nsọpụrụ site n'ebighị ebi ma ruo n'ebighị ebi. Ise, 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 ise.
So, my great people of Biafra, let me welcome those that are present here. Chuk Survivor, my brother, you are welcome to the program. Of course, you are the moderator of this program. Mr. Rock, welcome to this wonderful interaction section. And we have Potter's King. Potter's King, you are welcome. So, my great people of Biafra, like I said, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please subscribe, because here we'll talk about the restoration of Biafra. And in this program today, it is called Interaction Section, where we'll give people opportunity to air their opinion towards what is happening in Biafran land and what is happening to our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now, the topic we are going to be discussing, in case if you are going to call in, these are the things we are going to be discussing in this program. The number one is the emergency court appearance of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, on the 2nd of this month. I know most of you weren't aware, even myself. It was at the dying minute that I got the information that he will be having a hearing in court. The second topic we are going to be looking now is what is the way forward. You know, at the initial time when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was abducted from Kenya, I was discussing with somebody. I said to the person that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going to pass through a hell in the DSS custody, And the person said no, that this is an international case, that they are not going to torture him, they are not going to do anything to him. I was like, have you forgotten that we are dealing with Nigeria here? So these are the things we are going to be discussing. Another one is 2023 election is coming, which is the main purpose of them adopting Nnamdi Kanu. And now, information getting to us is that they want to use our Biafran Nollywood celebrity for this campaign. Another one is yesterday I read in the news, of which most of you might have also read, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu lawyer barrister Ejiofor was refunded 50 or 51 million for his house that was burnt. Now they have said it's now left for them to, implement it. So, my dear people, I don't want to talk too much. I'll open up the line, bring in the moderator, and for those who want to call into this program to contribute, like you heard the topic I listed, if you want to contribute, you click on this line. The line will bring you in. You tell us what you think. I was surprised. There was a video I did yesterday, and I must apologize to some of you. Some of you are saying that you are no longer seeing my video. I don't know if what do you call it, YouTube have problem or that they have not been sending or recommending my videos to some of you. Lady J's Corner G's, welcome to the program. Samuel Jacob, welcome to the program. So I said it that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is passing a lot. Do you know that they are begging? The court they went day before yesterday is just to plead so that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu can eat a reasonable food, can change his clothes. That's why I like Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa cited this. Why is it that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is coming to court every day with same clothes? I was saying it to my husband. My husband said maybe that is the cloth he like. I said even if he likes it, they should change another color. Do you know that the court they want yesterday is just to deliberate, just to beg so that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu can ordinarily change clothes, my dear people. The room they put him, very tiny room, so that they can put him in comfortable room, so that he can associate. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is passing through hell for the sake of you and I. Well, I'm going to bring in the moderator. Like I said before, if you want to call in, the link is there. You can call in and tell us your opinion. Let me not be the one talking. Now I'm bringing our brother, the moderator, my one and only brother, in the person of Chuk Survivor. Chuk Survivor, you are welcome to the show.
Thank you, my sister.
What
Thank
transpired
you. Thank
in
you.
court or 2 days ago is not something that will make somebody to laugh. And I don't want to also, I am trying as much as I can to hold myself. I don't want to go too emotional. So my brother Chooks, you are also a Biafra fighter. You observe what happens in the court. I got to know the information very late that our leader, although he's not supposed to be present in the court because this is just a mere hearing. But come on, all of us supposed to hear about it because we all are fighting for this together. So my brother, I'm going to leave the floor for you. Anyone watching or listening, if you want to call in, the link is there. Click on the link. I will bring you in. My brother, Chuks, over to you.
Thank you so much, my sister. God bless you. May Chukwu be my guide and protect you. All hail Biafra. I thank all the audience, those who are watching from various platforms, who are watching from various angles. I say, may Chukwu be my guide and protect all of us. Everybody that is watching us, wherever you are watching from. If you are watching us from Africa, you're watching from Asia, Europe, America, Australia, Canada, you're watching from Biafra land, I say, may Chukwu be my guide and protect you. And as you're watching, please share the video to other platforms. Share it to everybody so they can hear us and know what we are saying and what we are talking about. And please, before we begin to come out to make our comments, I want to appeal to everybody on this platform. Our purpose of coming to the platform to speak all the time is not to push out hate speech.
We are not pushing out hate speech, and we're not hating anybody. The message we are passing here is a message that concerns every indigenous tribe in the country called Nigeria. It doesn't matter if you are Igbo, if you're Hausa, if you're Yoruba, if you are Ijaw, if you're Efik, if you are from Delta, wherever you are from. What we are saying is what concerns every indigenous tribe in the country called Nigeria. And we are not preaching hate speech. So if you are coming up to add your own opinion, do not preach hate. We are not talking about hate speech. We are setting the record straight. Everything we say in this platform, after listening to us, you can go on your own way to verify if they are truth or lie. You have the right to verify. And if you want to contradict what you are saying, you can come in and do it without insulting anybody. You can do it gently. It is not compulsory that all of us must be saying the same thing. It is not compulsory that we have the same opinion. Every one of us have different opinion and we have different contributions to make. But the difference is that when you are making your contribution, make it in a way that you're not going to offend another person. Make it in a way that it's not going to be insultive. The only purpose we have of coming here every Saturday is to set the record straight. Mainly, where we are channeling our effort is to fight against the contraption called Nigeria. Those politicians who have decided to subjugate every indigenous tribe, those politicians who want to make us captive. And when I'm talking about the politicians and the Nigerian government, they are everywhere. It doesn't matter their tribe. Some of them are Igbos, some of them are Yorubas, some of them are Fulanis, some of them are Hausas, some of them are Ijaw, some of them are Efik. So it is not about tribe. We are talking on behalf of every indigenous tribe in the continental called Nigeria, and we are setting the record straight. It is very clear that Nigerian government have bought over all the conventional media you can think of. Go and see what the conventional media are pushing. The conventional media are pushing wrong narratives, false information. They do not set the record straight. They don't say it the way it's supposed to be. They try to down the situation and make people believe that it is not serious, even when you and I know that the situation in the country called Nigeria is very, very serious. But each time we go to the conventional media, they begin to change the narrative. The government have bought them over. Sometimes I blame them so much, but sometimes I don't blame them. If you look at things, how the things have been unfolding for a very long time, you see the few information they give us. Most of the time, when the media in that country called Nigeria decide to give us the real information, the government will come after them. It is either they get giving them sanction or they will invite the journalists themselves for questioning. In so many occasions, the few information they pass out, they give them sanction, they give them fine, they invite the journalists for questioning. And this is why their hands are tight. And as you know, they have set up whatever they have as a business to earn money. That is why most of the time you see them dancing to the tune of the government. They dance to the tune of the government. They don't set the record straight. This is why we have the duty to be coming on our platform on social media on daily basis to set the record straight. Say it the way it is. Say it the way it is without preaching hate, without talking down on anybody. Everything we are saying is verifiable. Most of the information we are giving out, we have videos to back them up. You can make research on your own. Whatever you hear here, go and make research on your own. Use your Google. You will find out that every single thing we are saying are truth, founded on truth. We are not coming here to preach lie or preach hate. The suffering that is going on in the country of Nigeria affects every indigenous tribe. In as much as the Biafrans themselves are the ones leading the charge. We Biafrans are leading the charge. We are in the front line because we have suffered most. We have been killed. We are still being killed. Our homes have been occupied. Our land are forcefully taken away from us. Our business is taken away from us by those Fulani Janjaweed, by those Fulani cabals. Even the Fulani ordinary people, the Fulani poor people, they don't have a choice. They don't have a choice. That is why they have decided to follow the way of their own leaders. They can't speak up. They are not like the people in the south. In the southern part of Nigeria, we have people who are bold, who can never keep silent. It doesn't matter what you do. Even if you are feeding somebody from the southern part of Nigeria and you make mistake, he will tell you gently. He will tell you. If you commit any offense against anybody in the southern part, if it's our Oduduwa brothers will tell you in a gentle form, without insulting, for you understand. If you speak against Biafrans, we know how to deal with our issues. Biafra's more time, we don't care whether you get offended or not. We'll set the record straight. That is what happened in the southern part of Nigeria. But in the north, it's not like that. Their hands are tight. And when you talk about the north, these Fulani Janjaweed, the Fulani Janjaweed that are foreigners in Nigeria, they came and begin to subjugate the north, and they have captured that area that, you know, in the north, when we are talking about tribe, you think it's only the Fulanis and the outside in the north. There are so many tribes in the northern part of Nigeria, hundreds of tribes, different tribes in the northern part of Nigeria, but they don't have a voice. They have been subjugated and make sure they don't have a voice. And this is why we are coming online on daily basis to speak up for everyone, not just for the Biafrans, not just for the Ududuans, not just for the southern part of Nigeria, but for every indigenous tribe in the continental called Nigeria. That is why we are coming online on daily basis. If you are coming up to make your own opinion, set your record straight. Make sure you are sure of it. If you're not sure of what you want to say, don't say it. Give information that are verifiable. All of us have common sense. Only that some of us have refused to use our common sense. Remember what our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu used to say. Our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, in every of his broadcasts before he starts, after prayer, he will tell you, come with your pen and paper. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu always warn, come with your pen and paper. Why is he saying that? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is telling you to come with your pen and paper so that you can come with your common sense. It is not just to bring paper to write. Come with your common sense. Everything you hear, put it in your head, then go and verify if what you are being told is true or lies. This is how you can make headways. This is how you can be sure of what you are doing. And this is what every Biafran is supposed to do. When we are coming up on here, we are not coming up on daily basis on our platforms or on every Saturday here to preach hate speech or to talk against anybody. We are not talking against any particular person. We are not standing against any particular person. The only name that have given us a foundation that we are standing upon is our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We are standing based on the foundation that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have led. It is not because he is called Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because he has lived up to expectation. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have set a record that have broke everything that Fulani Janjaweed have put against us. Fulani Janjaweed made people to believe that we love money so much. We can't do anything without money. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu proved them wrong, that money is not everything. Fulani Janjaweed made them to believe that black people, Nigerians, they can go along with anything. They don't have a voice. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu proved the Janjaweed wrong, that Biafrans have a voice. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu went further to prove to even British, prove to the British that all black men are not dumb. The British tried to show us and showcase that people who are dumb, but Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have proved them wrong, that we have different people who have critical thinking. We have them as black people, as Biafrans. This is the record Mazi Nnamdi Kanu set. And it is because of this record that every foundation you can think of in freedom in Africa today, mainly in the contraption called Nigeria, every foundation of freedom is built on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I call him the symbol of justice. That is what I call him, the symbol of justice. It doesn't matter what you think about him. It doesn't matter what you preach. And every information Mazi Nnamdi Kanu dishes out are all correct and true. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu doesn't push out propaganda. And if you think that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is good, that is why sometimes when I see some people coming to my comment section to tell me, why are you playing old videos of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Don't you know you implicate him? If you are saying that, it means you are not sensible and you don't know Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You don't know Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If you are afraid of playing the video of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in your platform, his old videos, that means you don't know him and you are not his follower. You don't even trust him. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, every single video he makes can be able to back up itself in every law court. Every single video Mazi Nnamdi Kanu make is not a hate speech, can be able to back up himself. Don't go and cut out a section. Go through the video from A to Z. That is why most of his video, he will tell you to cut that video out, go and take it to ICC. He said it always. But today you see some people, they are so scared. They can't even play the old message of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was preaching propaganda and preaching lies, let me tell you, you can see what is happening to one of our Odudua brother. He is still our brother, no matter what happens, even if he chooses to be an enemy. He is still our brother. I'm talking about Adeyinka grandson. Adeyinka grandson who made himself an enemy to the people. He made himself an enemy to the indigenous tribe in the Nigeria. He preached hate speech, called for the death of the Igbos. He was preaching that same thing in London. What happened to Adeyinka grandson? Today, Adeyinka grandson has been arrested. And he is convicted of the whole charges. He was convicted of them. Convicted of terrorism. Ask me, why is it that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who has been preaching in London for how many years, since 2012 up to date, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been preaching on Radio Biafra. He has never been invited one day by Scotland Yard. He has never been invited one day by any policeman. He has never been called. No, we have never had at any point in time that police in the United Kingdom invited Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Even when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu speak about British, he speak about British, speak about their parliament, speak about every one of them in Britain. But yet he was never one day invited, let alone arresting him. That shows you that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, everything that he's saying are verifiable. He is not pushing propaganda. He is not pushing the hate speech. Every single thing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu says is verifiable. That is why no law court on the planet Earth can be able to convict him. And no one has invited him anywhere for arrest or anything. But you see what happened to our brother Adeyinka? Today, Adeyinka, all charges against him in London, he was convicted. We are not happy about it, but it's a lesson for all of us. A very good lesson for all of us. Before you say anything on social media, you have to be sure of what you're saying. Say things that are verifiable. When we are talking about the evil that the contraption called Nigeria is performing against indigenous people, when we talk about the evil that the Janjaweed are doing against the indigenous people, they are all verifiable. When we say the Fulani herdsmen, the Fulanis are terrorists, it is verifiable. It is verifiable. It is not a propaganda. Go and check it very well. It is verifiable. Everything we say is verifiable. That is why when we are speaking, we are not afraid. When we are speaking, we are not looking to our shoulders, who is coming and who is not coming. Because we are setting the record straight. You see, the Janjaweed government, the Nigerian government run by the Janjaweed, led by the Fulanis, led by the late Muhammad Buhari. I call him late Muhammad Buhari because he is late. Have you asked yourself why didn't they add that very thing to his charges, the charges of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? They have been talking about charges of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, charges of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Why didn't they add that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was accusing Buhari that he's dead? That one alone can convict Mazi Nnamdi Kanu if it was wrong. But they were not bold enough to talk about it. Even the Northern Forum came out. All the charges they mentioned, they didn't mention that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said that Buhari is dead. They are still dodging it up to today. That shows you that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu doesn't just push propaganda. He's not a propagandist. And he doesn't lie. Every single thing he has said, as he has told you, he is as white and whiter than snow. And that is true. But you see this Janjaweed, today, they are trying by all means to destroy what we already know and what we believe, to wipe away the information we have in our brain. That is what they are doing, using their Nigerian media. You and I know that the terrorists we have in Nigeria, the people who are constituting nuisance and killing people in Nigeria, are the Fulani people, Fulani headers. The Fulani terrorists. They are not Oduduwa terrorists. They are not Biafra terrorists. They are not Middle Belt terrorists. They are no one but Fulani. They are not Hausa terrorists. They are Fulani terrorists. You and I know that very well. The government have tried so much, fighting so hard to begin to change their name. They first of all begin to rename them. Rename them. Even Boko Haram that we know, Boko Haram, they are Fulanis, run by Fulani people. They speak Fufu also. They try to change the name of the Fulani killers that we know. They change their name. They baptize them to bandits. They baptize them to bandits. And they have, that baptism is what they have pushed into the media. First of all, they warn the medias not to broadcast anything that has to do with the bandits. They shouldn't investigate it. They shouldn't broadcast it. They should stop. They renamed them back to the Fulani headers that we know. The Fulani killers that we know. They are still the same people who were being renamed to bandits. And today, instead of calling them their real name, everybody now is talking about bandits. Talking about bandits. What is bandits? What is bandits, by the way? You don't know that when they are talking about that bandits, they are trying to generalize every criminality that is happening in Nigeria. Calling it bandits, it means they are trying to generalize every criminality that is happening in Nigeria. But we know that there are differences in those criminalities. We are not saying there are not criminals in the south. There are criminals in the southern part of Nigeria. There are armed robbers. There are people who steal in the southern part of Nigeria. But they are not the same in the north. In the northern place where we have armed terrorists, armed Fulani terrorists who are kidnapping people in good numbers, collecting billions from the government. And they are kidnapped most times. They don't kidnap one person. They don't kidnap you. They go to school and kidnap school children. They go to mosque and kidnap people in the mosque. They go to church and kidnap people in the church. They kidnap in group. This is people who are terrorists. They are not bandits. But they have succeeded in renaming them. Every day they begin to talk bandits. We have followed them now. All of us have followed them now to begin to talk about bandits. Now the new message you see, everybody talking about bandits. You and I know. Go and check the dictionary meaning of bandits. Everywhere you are now, go and type in Google. Ask Google, what is the meaning of bandits? If you check the meaning of bandits in Google, then you will know that this government is evil. They are evil. They are evil. Even when they tell you that they have now named the bandits terrorists, that is a very wrong move. Calling bandit terrorists, don't be surprised that they will end up coming to the south to come and kill the Southerners. They will come to the south to come and kill the Southerners as terrorists. Even in their media, see the people they show us as kidnappers. 80% of people they show us that the police have arrested as kidnappers are all from the southern part of Nigeria. The kidnappers they show us are from the southern part of Nigeria. But the people who have been kidnapped by themselves, go and check their confession. Everybody that survives the kidnapping issue, they will tell you that people that kidnap them are Fulanis. They will tell you that people that kidnap them are Fulanis. The videos that they show, when they kidnap, they show videos. When they kidnap, they release a video and begin to ask for ransom. All the video that we have been seeing, there has never been anyone that is from the southern part of Nigeria. All the group and school kidnapping that we have seen, they are all in the north. And they are Fulani. It is the Fulani terrorists. They are the ones doing it. The Fulani terrorists. But when you say it, they call it hate. It is not hate speech. It is the truth. If you think it is not the truth, go and verify. Go and verify. And the world themselves know about it. It is because of this Fulani attack that made them to change, to make Nigeria what the third most terrorized country in the world. Nigeria is number 3. The third most terrorized country in the world is Nigeria because of the Fulani terrorism. But when you say it, some people think the government begin to preach to us and tell us it's a hate speech. It is not a hate speech. It is the fact. But they have succeeded using their media to confuse people. Confuse so many people. And today, people are singing on different tunes. Instead of people setting the record straight, they are now, we have followed them now to begin to talk about bandit. And they tell you that they prescribe bandits. Some of us are happy. Why must you be happy that they prescribe bandits? You don't have to be happy because it's a wrong move. What they are supposed to prescribe is the Fulani terrorists. Or they can call it the Fulani bandits. Don't tell me that they are prescribing bandits. Prescribing bandits is just like prescribing an armed robber on the road. Prescribing all those thugs you see everywhere. You are prescribing a thug as a terrorist. But the terrorists we know who have shot down an aircraft. They shot down an aircraft. They used their weapon and ammunition. They kidnap people in group, in schools. They are Fulani terrorists. That is what we know. But they have tried to use the money in that very country of Nigeria to change the narrative. You go to their media, they pay so many media stations, they buy off almost all the media stations in Nigeria are bought off. Go and check their media, the kind of people they invite. The other time I was watching a video, was it yesterday or the day before yesterday? Look at somebody that Galaxy Television invited. Galaxy Television invited an idiot that doesn't know his left and right. An idiot that doesn't know his left and right. That is who they invited. I don't want to call his name because he doesn't deserve mentioning his name in this very station. He doesn't deserve mentioning his name anywhere. That is somebody they invited to interview him, and he was talking that IPOB is not registered. Every time IPOB is not registered in London, it's registered in a company. Will IPOB be registered as a church? You want IPOB to be registered as a church in London, or you want IPOB to be registered as a country? IPOB is not a country. It is not what you use to register the country that matters. It is what the country itself. What is your motive? The motive of registration. You can register it as a company, you can register as an organization, you can register as anything. But the main thing is that you are going to state what is your aim and objectives and what you want to do. And this person who is saying that IPOB is registered as a company, forget that Nigeria that he is protecting, Nigeria is a company. You are saying that IPOB is registered a company, but Nigeria itself, Nigeria is a company. You should go and verify. Let him go and check. Nigeria itself is a company. It started from Royal Niger Company. It was from Royal Niger Company that you have this nonsense they are calling one Nigeria. It was the Royal Niger Company that formed this very Nigeria they are talking about. And every time you see him, IPOB is registered, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu registered a company, a limited company, a limited company. You think you are smart. He thinks he's smart. And UK government is not smart enough. If IPOB is not legally registered or they are doing something that is wrong, you think that UK cannot shut it up? You think they will still allow UK to continue to function? Even recently, even when the Radio Biafra had a problem, IPOB has to go and rectify the problem, and Radio Biafra is still flying on. You think they are doing the wrong thing and they will still be allowed to be flying? But you see Galaxy Television in Nigeria, idiots, that is the people they present on their place to go and begin to talk against IPOB, talk against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This is what we are fighting. This is what we're fighting, and we have to focus on this very fight. As for the court of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that court you see that day, it is because of our emotions. Some of us, our emotions used to carry us far than we're supposed to see. Because of the love some people have for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the love we have for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, sometimes when we see information about him, we don't read it properly. We don't look at it very well. We don't look at it very well. If you look at the statement that Ifeanyi Ejiofor wrote on his handle, he said that the court was for their own application, for the court to hear the application they made for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It wasn't for the main case. If you read it very well, you know that they are going for the hearing of the application they made regarding the issues of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And in such case, you don't expect Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to come to court. It's not expected to come to court. But the way the information was released, people begin to preach and say, hey, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is coming to court. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is coming to... And when you do it, you raise the morale of people. When you raise their morale, at the end of the day, if they don't see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, people will get disappointed. People get disappointed because of the way you pass your information. You pass it wrongly. But that court actually...
My brother, I have to chip in there. I have to chip in there. You don't blame people. You don't blame people, because I first saw the news. I saw the news on was it not Sahara? That was where I saw the news before I called you and asked you whether if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is coming to court. It was Sahara News that first carried the news, and they even wrote there that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu may be released after the court hearing. Am I lying? If I'm lying, tell me. Am I lying?
That is true. So you're right. You're right.
So when people see such things, they will spread the news. Even myself, I wasn't aware that he was coming to court or hearing. They didn't even specify exactly what was happening. When Barrister Ejiofor posted the thing, it was at the middle of night that he now posted that he's coming. They are going to hear the application. That was when I understood that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will not come to court. So you don't blame people. It's how the information is being dished out that people react to it. Sorry, continue.
Yeah, you're right. I agree with you on that. That is what we are saying. On the way the information is being passed, you are very, very correct. 100% correct. 100% correct. That is why most time when we are getting information, we wait first of all to make sure we get the information from the right source before we comment about it. Because when you get a second-hand information, people will not give you the information the way it is. Some people will add some salt and pepper. Some will add some salt and pepper to make sure they get views on their channel. Some will begin to add some salt and pepper to make their own viewers happy. Some will do just to make people happy. No. In the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we don't have to add anything. More especially in his court case, we don't have to add anything and we don't have to reduce, so that we know when they want to play their games. We don't have to add anything. You saw the case there, even after the hearing of the court. After the case, you still see some people going to their platform to go and post and say that the judge have given order that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should be transferred to the prison. I don't know where they had that. Even after the case, Ejiofor made a press statement. People made a press statement. There was no place where they said that there was no place anybody mentioned anything that had to do with transfer him to prison. But you see some people begin to paste on their channel, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be transferred to prison. The judge gave order to go transfer to prison. It is not doing us any good. If you are sincerely fighting for freedom, more especially our bloggers, I'm begging you people, when it comes to the issue of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is a very delicate case. It concerns everybody in that contract called Nigeria, not only the Biafrans. It concerns the Ududua people, it concerns the Middle Beltans, it concerns even the people in the north, it concerns them. It concerns the world as a whole. He's a British citizen, not just a Biafran. He's not just a Biafran, he's a British citizen. So his issue concerns everybody. Please, bloggers, if you are not sure of information, do not dish it out. Don't dish it out. You're not sure. You just saw what I was telling you about Adeyinka grandson. Everything he was preaching against the Igbos are baseless. Calling the killing of Igbos and passing false information. Not only the Igbos, even his own fellow Yoruba people. He was talking against his own fellow Yoruba people that if a Yoruba man marry any Yoruba that doesn't marry a Yoruba person is not a full-blooded Yoruba. What kind of message is that? That any Yoruba man that marries somebody who is not a Yoruba, you are not a full Yoruba person. What kind of hate message is that? That is why we have to be very careful. Be very careful. Even the message, the videos you use on your platform, be very careful. If you don't verify the information, there is no point using it. And when you see that the person is not making sense, don't use it. Don't use it. It doesn't matter. You know that the most greatest temptation that we are facing, we are content creators. The greatest temptation we are facing is that the kind of audience we have as Nigerians are people who like bad things. The kind of audience we see in Nigeria, black audience, they like bad news. They like bad news. When you put the thing straight, they will not even listen to you. They won't listen to you until you put salt and sugar to make it dirty. That is when they will come. When you are giving them the right information, they won't even come until when you begin to tarnish it and begin to garnish it somewhere, they begin to come. And that have tempted so many people to move away from the right thing and be doing the wrong thing. We have to concentrate. I beg you all, more especially in the issue of our Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, let us face the fact and set the record straight. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not a propagandist. If he's a propagandist, UK would have arrested him for a very long time. They would have cautioned him. They would have shut down the Biafra. Every single thing that Mazi, that's why he tells you, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will tell you that everything he's preaching on Radio Biafra is gospel. It's gospel. It's verifiable. Every single information is verifiable. That is why nobody can come against him. You have the right for your free speech. You can make your opinion, but say things that are verifiable, things that are facts. Those are the information that you have to dish out. Don't begin to confuse yourself. Let us not confuse ourselves. So on that very issue of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, there was never a time the judge said that they should take him to the prison side. No, he never said take him to correctional center. What they said was change his room. They should change the place they are keeping him. Because, you know, the lawyers complain that the room is so small and so tiny that he can't even use a pillow. They complain about him not allowing him to pray, not giving him a good food, not allowing him to associate with other inmates there. Then they told him to change the room where he can be able to interact with people, where he can be able to sit to people and talk to people. That was the instruction. But people translate it as they say, take him to prison, take him to correctional center. That wasn't the issue. But thank God that after all said and done, we are correcting all those things. We don't have to allow this Janjaweed to begin to push their own narrative to us. This is the duty of every Biafran. Use your own platform to say that which is right. More especially in the issue of this proscription of bandits. Don't support it as a Biafran. They should proscribe Fulani terrorists, or Fulani bandits. Call it Fulani bandits. Then we know whom they are. When you say bandits, you are generalizing everybody, making all the ordinary criminals whom we know are not bandits. You are making them a terrorist, which is wrong. When you begin to declare terrorists like that, that means every single Nigerian will be killed. Before you know it, they will go to southern part of Nigeria and begin to bomb people. We have to continue to fight this fight the way it's supposed to be. And the fight we are fighting, it is not just we are not fighting against individuals. We are not fighting against tribe. We are not fighting against a people. We are fighting against injustice. Injustice, that's what we are fighting against. Anything that is not just. It doesn't matter if the person is your brother. It doesn't matter if the person is your uncle. It doesn't matter if the person is your auntie, your mother, your father, or your breadwinner. If that person is wrong, tell the person that you are wrong. You got it wrong. Say it, you got it wrong. And free yourself. You say it, you got it wrong, and free yourself from the condemnation. This is what we are saying, and this is the message we are bringing forward. We are not preaching any hate speech. And don't tell me that when I call Fulani terrorists, that is a hate. It is not a hate speech. It is true. It is verifiable. Go and check all the terrorist organizations that are in Nigeria. They are all being headed by Fulanis. Go and check. Go and check. Why is Nigeria the third most terrorized country in the world? Is it because of bandits? It is because of the Fulani headers, Fulani terrorists. Remember when we were talking about the issue of Fulani killers? When we were talking about the Fulani herdsmen killing people. Today, do you hear it again? Do you hear about Fulani herdsmen killing people? You don't hear it again. The government has succeeded in changing the narrative. Now we are calling them bandits. It is still the same people. Do you think they have stopped killing? The media don't report it anymore. The government have forced them not to report it. Do you think that the Fulani have stopped killing? Go and listen to the last broadcast of last press statement of Benue State Governor. Benue State Governor is still crying, and they are still killing Benue people on daily basis. People are still dying in Benue State. The Fulani headers are still killing people in Benue State, but no media is reporting it. The Fulani headers, they are still killing people in Plateau State. Even as I speak, they are still killing people in Plateau State, but nobody is reporting it anymore. In Southern Kaduna, they are still killing people in Southern Kaduna, even up to now. But nobody's reporting it.
My brother, sorry. I'm sorry. Let me say this. I have over 119 people watching me and only 26 likes. Please, for you to watch this program simply means that you like what I do. Click on that like button. It will not cost you anything. That like button, it will not cost you anything. Invite your friends, families, and colleagues. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe. For you to be watching means you like what I'm doing. If you like what I'm doing, just give it a like, invite your friends, share this program to any platform. Even if you can get to the spirit, share the program, please. I beg of you, anyone that is tuning in. And if you want to call, there is a line there. This is an interaction section. It's not only myself and Mr. Chooks speaking. This is an interaction section. I place a link there. You can click on that link to come in and tell us what you think about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's court hearing. And my brother Chooks, I want you to throw more light on the court hearing. In a normal circumstances or in a civil, remember when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was abducted, I was discussing with you. I said to you that, oh, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going to suffer. You said, no, he's not going to suffer. They will not treat him like that. It's an international case. What is happening now? When you were saying it, I was like, have you forgotten what Nigeria is? Have you forgotten that nothing changes in Nigeria? And Nigeria democracy differs from other civilized world democracy. So I want you to throw more light that in a normal circumstances, is all these things that they went to court to hear, is it the way it's supposed to be? Is this the way it's supposed to be? Please, I want you to throw more light. Are they supposed to be reminded that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should not be putting on one clothes? And if you look at him, that is why I told people the other day, the last time he appeared in court, if you look at him, you know, people were happy that he is present. Yes, of course, he is present. But I look at him with another eyes. I saw pains, agony. You saw when Arise TV, we are analyzing is this woman was saying it that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu doesn't want to show people that he's suffering so that people will not be too emotional. But I saw pains, tears, agonies in his eyes. And if you look at his color, you will see that, I don't know how to put it in English, which means he's not keeping well. So I want you to throw more light on this.
Thank you, my sister. You are very observant in what you said. When you come to the legal case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the issue of the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, of course, we know that the Janjaweed they don't obey the rule of law. The contractual court Nigeria doesn't obey the rule of law. This is more reason why every indigenous tribe want to get out of that very contractual. That is why the Biafrans want to get out and the Duduas want to get out of that country. That is why we are calling out for a breakup of that very country. Because they don't respect the rule of law. They don't respect the rule of law. All these things are the legal right of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Even the Attorney General of the Federation, when he came last time on channel television, he said it that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has not been convicted. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still innocent. And an innocent man deserved every respect as human. He deserved all the rights supposed to be given to him. But they have denied him all those rights, waiting to be reminded. They denied Mazi Nnamdi Kanu every right that he have gotten. They denied him. And the issue of that very court hearing, you see, they came that day to hear the application that they have filed. Such application is not supposed to waste time to be had. And all these things are delay tactics. The Nigerian Janjaweed government are very good in having that delay tactics. They will delay you as much. Don't you see so many other people? El-Zakzaky has been in prison for a very long time. They will say release him, they won't release him, they bring him to the court today, they will not bring him tomorrow, next tomorrow they'll bring him, the other time they will not bring him. They are doing something. Look at the case of Showore. Showore case, they come sometimes, they will not hear the case, sometimes they postpone it, they adjourn for no just cause, for no reason. Showore case, even when they don't have any evidence against him, they will continue to postpone and postpone. This is a country that is lawless. A lawless country, a country that doesn't obey the law. They don't obey the law. And look at the issue of that very application. The judge himself said that he has fired so many applications. He has fired so many applications, not only one. They have more than 10 applications that have been fired, and none of them has been had. More than 10 applications, none of them have been had. Simple thing that they're supposed to do. Even this application they have filed out, instead of the judge issuing a very strong warning, she is not issuing any strong warning. She's only telling them, go and tell them, if they don't abide to it, next time come and tell us. What does that mean? Go and tell them, if they don't do it, come and tell us. And they have now extended, the case remains on that same 19 and 20. But the only thing she did was to add another one day. It is now 18, 19, and 20. And that 18 they added, they say on that 18, they will hear the application. After hearing the application, on 19 and 20, they will see if they can start the case. How are you sure they're even going to finish hearing the application on the 18th? How are you sure they're going to finish hearing the applications on 19th? More than 10 applications have been filed already. And she's even telling them to go and file an application. None have been attended to. This is a lawless country. And this is more reason why I am crying for my brothers and sisters in Biafra land. Civil disobedience is something that is going to move these people. It will move them to do what they are supposed to do. Civil disobedience, it remains the only solution that I personally believe will change the whole system. Because these people they don't obey the law. They don't obey the rule of law. They don't know what it is. They don't know what it is. They don't care about it. They don't care about it. This is why I am calling for civil disobedience. Personally, myself, this is my own personal view. Do not get angry with it. If you don't agree with the civil disobedience and you agree with the political solution, it is left for you. I am not stopping you. I am not saying don't go on political solution. Continue to go on political solution. But for those of us who believe on civil disobedience, allow us to go on that civil disobedience. Our civil disobedience will equally support it, will make your political solution to have effect. It will make it to have effect. You don't just fold your hand and sit down. You don't just tell us to relax. The only thing we have to do is to make sure we keep the tempo high. We have to keep the tempo high. If we begin to follow them on their own system, begin to down the situation, this is the handprint of the Janjaweed, their footprint. The footprint of Janjaweed. When something is serious, they will make you believe that it is not serious. When something is very serious and somebody is even at the point of death, they will make you believe it's not serious. That is the system that is wrong in that country called Nigeria. That is the game they are playing. Look at this issue of herdsmen that we're talking about. The killer herdsmen, the issue is still on board. They are still killing people. But today, are you hearing about the killer herdsmen again? They have used their media to make us believe that the killer herdsmen are no longer effective. But they are effective. They are still killing people in the name of bandits. They are still killing people. This is the system that we don't want. The Janjaweed system. Don't break it to Biafra and begin to try to play the situation down and make us to count the tension. Don't do this and don't do that. Anything we are doing to keep the tempo high, to make sure that the politicians have sleepless nights. All those so-called elders have sleepless nights. If possible, they should stop coming to the southeast. Anything we can do, let us do it. That will give them enough pressure for them to do the needful. That only will give them enough pressure. If we don't do it, we are getting it wrong. We are getting it wrong. Even while we are doing it, we are not stopping them on their political solution. They should go ahead with it while we go ahead our own part. Everything, every hand has to be on deck. Everything goes. When it comes to the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, everything goes because This very Janjaweed don't understand ordinary language. They don't understand peaceful language. They don't understand begging. The Fulani Janjaweed that you and I know don't understand begging. They don't know what it is. They believe in getting everything they want by force. And it is only our Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that knows their language. That is why when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu comes to his platform, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will speak to them in the language that they understand. Give them the language they understand. That is the language of keeping it high. If you begin to beg and begin to pull the pressure, make people calm down, it is not going to work. It is not going to lead us to anywhere. It will make them themselves to relax. But when you make them know that there are people watching, that people are angry, that people don't want to listen to them, they will not begin to act, they will not begin to talk, they will begin to discuss. That is why we are saying, let us continue on our civil disobedience that we are holding back on. Let us continue on it.
My brother. Oh, okay.
Thank you, my sister.
My brother, we'll have a caller here. Okay, I don't know if you are ready. Okay, I'm going to. Okay, yeah, I'm going to bring you in.
Okay, my sister.
You are up to the show now. Welcome to the program.
All right. Thank you very much. I greet you, and I really appreciate the way you are handling things and what is going on. God will bless you, because not all the ladies that have such courage to do what you're doing, people don't know, actually are depriving yourself of certain pleasure in a home. Trying to do this, contribute and fight. But my brother, in fact, God will bless you. You have been so awesome. You have been so wonderful. You see, the thing, Diana, is I see you as a difference from the Lord. What I mean by the difference from the Lord is you see the truth and you say it. And that's why God will continue to bless you. Your type is not so much we have. The problem we have in, I'm calling, my name is Okenwa. I'm calling from United States of America. The problem I want to say, sorry that I'm taking you off from what you are doing. I want you to explain to Biafrans. Somebody, many people will think that those who are really fighting and encouraging and sponsoring IPOB and this thing are the ones that come to talk on air every time. No. There are many people you don't even know, you've not heard from, who are doing this work with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But the danger in what DOS is doing is, my brother, if you are listening, it's not that we are against you. It's the danger of reducing the tempo unnecessarily. Where we have crossed, you are bringing us back. That will discourage a lot of us. Most of us have done auto pay in our accounts. Every month, the account will hit Umeri account. Then this sit at home is very, very vital. But what I want to ask you to explain to Biafrans today is, it looks like DOS have decided to define this structure in two parts. Those who are fighting for the structure and those who are fighting for Biafra restoration. That is what is confusing all of us. This morning, we are going into a golf play. These are the discussion we have. What actually is this fork of structure all about? Are we on a structural fighting, or are we fighting for the restoration of Biafra? You see, that is where they are getting it wrong. Listen, I listened to the message of our beloved brother. You see, they don't know why people love Mazi Simon Ekpa. That young man you people are distracting are the reason why Nigeria today have not really celebrated of the victory over IPOB. And most of you people on the media are saying the truth. I'm not saying only Mazi Simon Ekpa, Nsima and most of them, because these people are trying to still hold on that tempo. When you are doing such a thing and you bring the tempo down, You think that it's a pendulum bob, you bounce and it will go up, you bounce, and no. Our people, Igbo people, Shirike, once they start suspecting you, forget about it. Why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu remains? In fact, some people call Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, some call him Messiah, some call him Jesus, some call him why? Because even if he is dying, he still holds on to what he has maintained, and people love him for that. If DOS are listening to me, there's a song our people sing, say, that is a song of victory. That is a song that when we go up, we are not coming back. So I know that I am sorry, I am driving off for a golf, but I just want to, I listen to this program every Saturday. You are encouraged, but please tell Biafra, can you advise Biafrans the distinction between fighting for structure and fighting for the restoration of Biafra? Because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they are holding, Nnamdi Kanu is not Biafra. Nnamdi Kanu is the leader of the movement to actualize Biafra. They are holding him because they know that if they hold him, and we feel that we all have hope in, once we hold him, the structure has scattered. Once they hold him and we prove to them that no, you have not won. We have 1,001 million of Nnamdi Kanus out there. They will not even maltreat him. They will not treat him the way they are treating him. Thank you and God bless you, please. All right.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much for your contribution. I appreciate what you've just said. Thank you for your contribution.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. So on that very note, on what you said regarding the structure and the Biafra itself, we are just the ones confusing ourselves. We are just the ones confusing ourselves. Sometimes I begin to ask myself what people understand as structure. You say what they understand by structure. Sometimes we just capture a language and we begin to use it to cause trouble, cause confusion. When I see people say they are protecting structure or protecting this one and all that, I begin to look at them as what the Janjaweed themselves are doing. When you see Janjaweed, when you talk of restructuring, Buhari will tell you that he doesn't know the kind of restructuring you are talking about. When you bring something that is meaningful, they will tell you they don't know what you're talking about. They'll begin to interpret it to suit their own kind of idea. Something that have a simple meaning and a simple language. Anybody who is talking about the structure of Biafra struggle that I know, the structure of Biafra, the way it will be, the way it is going to be simple for you, the structure that we know of Biafra is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the structure you are talking about. He is the structure every Biafran should be looking upon. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the structure that we are supposed to be looking upon. Every other thing that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has formed by himself and kept in place are the tools that we are supposed to use. Tools that we are supposed to use to be able to actualize Biafra. Those tools we are holding, but it doesn't mean that if one of those tools is no longer good, that we cannot replace that tools. Just like when you have your office, you are working in your office, or maybe you have the tools you are using in your whatever you are doing. When you find out that one of the tools that they're using has become weak, what do you have to do? You take away that tools and replace it with another one and continue what you are doing. And it doesn't mean when you are taking away the tools to put a new one, it doesn't mean that you are destroying the structure. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu himself have reshuffled so many groups in Biafra struggle. He have reshuffled so many things, a time and again. When he find out that there is something wrong in so many sections, he will begin to dig into it and begin to talk about it. When we are talking about structure, I don't know who, I have not seen anybody that I can say that is fighting against the structure. The only people who I can say that are fighting against the structure are people who are not standing on the truth, people who are not consistent. Because the structure we are talking about is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu himself is a man of truth and consistency. These are the two things that make up IPOB. If you don't know it, know it now. The only thing that make up IPOB, that made Mazi Nnamdi Kanu what it is today, the only thing that made that name Mazi Nnamdi Kanu become a symbol of justice is because of truth and consistency. Every other thing you are talking is there are things that you can change. There are things that you can change anytime or the other. You can change them and put something else. Every other thing you can change, but truth and consistency. And these are the things that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has warned about. In every time he's advising Biafra, he will advise Biafra. It doesn't matter if he is your mother, your friend, or your father. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will tell you that even his own service, his own parents, they can't convince him to drop Biafra. They can't convince him. He is consistent. The thing he said in 2012, up to today, he still said the same thing. The structure that every Biafran is supposed to know about, the structure you're supposed to know about, is supposed to be looking at is truth and consistency. If you see anybody who is not truthful, who is not consistent, that is the person that is destroying the structure. That is the person that is destroying the structure. And I don't want people to begin to look at this structure as one kind building. When you put a building, when you see that development is coming every day, technology is increasing every day. In the process of your technology, when you have technology, with the technologies we have, the house you build today, the house you build this year, if you have enough money, in the next 10 years, will you destroy that house and build a better one? A better one that will represent you better. You will buy a phone today. In the next few months, you are buying another phone to replace that one. It doesn't mean that you destroy a phone. It doesn't mean that you are destroying anything that has to do with communication. Communication is still part of every one of us. But when you buy your phone and the phone is not serving well, you will sell it and buy a new one. The same with home. People who are very rich change their homes, change their structures and put different things altogether. But it doesn't change whom they are. The main person we are talking about is their spiritual self, their own person, their own personality is what matters. Not about those physical things you are seeing. Why don't we talk about it that matters? Personally, myself, when I think about structure, I think about the character of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. When I'm thinking about structure, I think about the character of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is what I see as structure for me personally. I think about the character of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And anybody that does not possess those qualities that is in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, two major qualities you can find in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is truthfulness and being consistent in everything he's saying. He doesn't just come and begin to plan. And it is because of that truthfulness and consistency that he was able to broadcast all the way from London for how many years? He was never been invited anywhere. He was never arrested any day. He was never told to shut down the radio for any day. Instead, more followers are coming. More followers are coming. Even people who were not following him before, because he was arrested today, more people are speaking up for him. And just like my brother said, just like this brother said, there are so many Biafrans who you have not even heard. You have not even seen them. They have not even opened their mouth to talk about Biafra issue. But in time to come, they are the people who are going to stand to walk and officiate for Biafra. I used to say it. There are so many people who are not even shouting the way you and I are shouting. But when Biafra comes, the administrative section of Biafra, they will play a major key role in the international affairs of Biafra. They will play a major role. Even some of them today, they're not even supported. Some of them today, they don't even talk about Biafra. But in time to come, you will see them come, they will play a major role. Are you going to say because they didn't come to protest with you, because they were not talking about Biafra, they were not going to play that role? It is not compulsory that all of us must be talking now. This thing is stage by stage. When you play your own role, your own stage pass, you shift, and other people come in. You will always be remembered. Telling you to give away doesn't mean that you will be forgotten. You can't be forgotten. Everything we are doing today, speaking of Biafra, we will never ever be forgotten. Social media doesn't forget. It will be replayed over and over again. That is why, more especially those of us who are broadcasting, have to be very careful what you say. Be very careful what you are broadcasting, what you are saying against your own fellow Biafra. Be very careful the information you are dishing out. Our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will come out very, very soon. Very soon, it's going to come out. And everything that you and I is talking, everything that we are talking, he will see them. He will see them. Everything that we are saying, both those who claim to be defending him are doing the wrong thing. Both those who are saying that defending him are lying against their own brother. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going to see all those things. He's going to see it. If you like, you delete it. If you like, go and delete all the videos you're making. As soon as you hear that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is out, you go and delete your videos. So many of us are keeping those videos. We have a file where we keep them. And when Mazi Nnamdi come out, anyone you delete, we will post it for you. Anyone you go and delete, we will help you to post it. And trust me, social media never forget. You see your so-called Buhari, every nonsense you have been saying in the past, they are all coming up in social media. Every nonsense, they are all those evil men I say, they are coming up on social media on a daily basis. You think this social media never forgets. More especially when you say things on video, when I can see you, you see me. They don't forget. That is why we have to be very careful in whatever we are doing. We are fighting for our own freedom, for freedom of Biafra. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told you and I that the Biafra is bigger than any human being. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said that Biafra is bigger than even he himself. Biafra is bigger than even he himself. He is only appointed by Chukwu Kabiama to carry that mantle. And with his sincerity and truthfulness, he was able to do the needful and do the most important aspect of the job, sensitizing the people and making the people realize that they require freedom, they need freedom, making the people to know whom they are. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was able to achieve that by being truthful. He didn't achieve that by talking down on some Biafrans. He didn't achieve that by talking down on some Biafrans and begin to demonize some Biafrans and so on. He didn't achieve it by that. He achieved it by saying the truth and speaking up the truth. And that was where he was able to bring us all together, all Biafrans from all corners. He didn't stop there. He extended his hand to our Udua brothers. He extended his hand, opened his arm to our Udua brothers. And today, you can see us and Udua protesting on the same ground. You see people protesting, you see Udua flag, you see Biafra flag, protesting together, asking for self-determination. Asking for self-determination, which is not a crime. And this is why the Janjaweed, the Fulanis are mad. This is why the Fulani Caliphate, the Janjaweed are mad. How can it be that an Udua person will stand on the same platform with an Biafran person and begin to protest? How can it be that the Biafran man will be speaking up for an Udua person? How can it be that the Udua person will be speaking up for a Biafran man? How can it be that the Middle Betan will be speaking up for a Biafran? How can it be that the Northerner will be speaking up for a Biafran? They got mad because every propaganda they have dished against the Biafrans have collapsed. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu collapse all their propaganda, all the propaganda they dish out against the Biafrans. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu collapse all of them. They collapse all of them. They made people to believe that Igbo people love money. Everywhere you go, Igbo people love money. They do richer for money. They do. Instead of saying an Igbo man is hardworking, Igbo Biafran. Instead of saying Igbo Biafran is hardworking or Biafrans are hardworking. Instead of saying that Biafrans are happy, they say that Biafrans love money. And some of us will follow them to begin to preach that. You will see all of us, some of us will follow them to preach that same information. You will say that the Biafran people love money. Go and check the people who have stolen the greatest amount in Nigeria. Who are they? The people that stole the greatest amount in Nigeria, the people who are the real fraudsters, which country do they come from? Which place do they come from? Are they Biafrans? Are they Biafran? Who have stolen money more than Abacha? Abacha stole money. Even in his grave, he is still sending money to Nigeria. Even in his grave, Abacha is still sending money to Nigeria, the money he stole. Is he a Biafran? He doesn't love money. They don't love money. Oh. They don't love money. Even the Buhari you are seeing, the late Buhari, who has not done any other job apart from this government work. He has not done any other job. He has stolen so much money. Who in the Southeast, has stolen as much as Buhari has stolen? Who? Even in this present government, you see all of them who have stolen money. But today, you see them, they are waiting for, that is why I don't even blame them, because the idiots who we call politicians in the southeastern part of Nigeria are the ones selling themselves. Today, they are waiting for Obiano to come down so that they can arrest Obiano. They are already waiting for Obiano to come down. As soon as he comes down, the EXP will carry him. Tell me, is Obiano the most corrupt governor in Nigeria? Is Obiano the most corrupt governor in Nigeria? But a governor whom you and I saw, governor of Kanu State, Ganduje, governor of Kanu State, we saw a camera captured him where he was taking bribe in dollars, putting in his babariga. He was taking money, bribe, in dollars, putting in his babariga. Still yet, your so-called Janjaweed people, they raise up his hand and support him to go for governorship. And they voted him in. And tomorrow he will come to contest for presidency or vice president. And they will vote him in. The Northerners are so corrupt. These Fulanis, they are so corrupt, so smelling corrupt that you can't imagine. But these people who are corrupt, they are the first people to begin to call you corrupt. They will be the first people to come out and accuse you. And those of us who are from the southern part of Nigeria will help them to promote it. We will help them to promote. Go and check. When you see any video they make, any video that is being made against the southern part of Nigeria, against the Biafrans, go and see the people who will share it. They are the same Biafrans. Biafrans are the people who are going to be sharing those videos. When you see videos that are being made against Biafran, the people who will share the video most are Biafran people. The Biafrans will make it go viral. Go and see video where somebody is talking against the Igbos. The people who will make that video to go viral are the Igbo people. They will tell you, that's all they do. That's all they do. I will say the truth. What nonsense truth are you saying? I will speak the truth. I will not keep quiet. I will speak the truth. Speaking the truth, condemning yourself to death. That person you are telling to that truth, is he better than you? Is he better than you? That is why today you see our elders and the politicians, they are busy talking against IPOB and ESN. They are busy demonizing ESN and IPOB. Busy demonizing them. Meanwhile, in the north, the northerners are busy protecting the bandits. They are busy changing the name of bandits, changing their name. Changing the name of the Fulani bandit, they're changing their name every day, making sure that their name is being removed from terrorism. When you and I know that these people are terrorists, they are not fighting to make sure that they expose their people. They are not fighting to make sure that they brought them to book. They are fighting to make sure they remove their name, Fulani. When the whole world know that they are Fulani killers, they make sure they remove that name. And today we join them to promote it. You will see our media, they will say, why do you attack ethnicity to them? Don't call it Fulani. Just say it general. Why do you call it Fulani? Up to the extent that Tinubu will come out. Tinubu came out where a senior member of Afenifere daughter was killed. A senior member of Afenifere daughter was killed and murdered in cold blood by the Fulani Janjaweed and the terrorists. Tinubu came there to pay a condolence visit. Instead of Tinubu to pay the condolence visit and walk away, he came there and began to ask them, where is the cow? Begin to challenge them, where is the cow? If you say they're Fulani, where is the cow? Making his own people demonize and making his own people liar. Even when the testimony that comes out directly from them, their mouth, in the testimony, they said that the people that killed that woman was Fulani terrorists. They are Fulani, they speak Fulani, they were speaking Fulani. Tinubu came and began to ask, where is the cow? This is what we see in the southern part of Nigeria. We demonize our own people. If when it has to do with us, we bring our own people and kill. But them, they protect their own. They protect their own. Today, they have succeeded in taking away the name Fulani from the terrorists, even when we know that the terrorists are Fulani. They are taking out their name. And today, they are bringing our own name into terrorism. They are telling us that IPOB are terrorists, ESN are terrorists. And the people in the southern part of Nigeria are promoting it. Igbos are promoting it, saying that ESN are killing people. Igbos themselves are helping them to promote that propaganda. To say that ESN are killing people, why would they kill them? Sometimes they will come and tell you, you see some people, before they started making their statement, they say, you should not make the movement violent. It is since the movement became violent, before you ever. Which time have we become violent? IPOB has never, the Biafran struggle has never been violent from beginning up to today as I'm speaking to you. They have not been violent. If Biafrans are violent, will they fold your hand and allow you to come and begin to burn their house? If Biafrans are violent, will they fold their hand and allow you to come and burn their houses and kill them and go home? Go home, walk home freely. Will they allow that? They won't allow that. The only thing we are asking is for self-determination, peaceful breakup of that very contraption that will go our separate ways. That is what we are asking for, and nothing more. We are asking for self-determination, which is supported by the African Chartered Law, supported by the international law, even in their Nigerian law. So why won't these people who call themselves elites and the politicians, why wouldn't they begin to ask for what the people are asking for? Why wouldn't they activate that so that we can have our independence peacefully? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has never at any time called for war. He never called for war. The only thing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu message he passes is always to defend ourselves. And the self-defense is supported by international law, supported by the African law, even in that Nigerian law. You are supposed to defend yourself. Even the Minister of Defense came on national television to tell the people to defend themselves. A Minister of Defense said it, But when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say it, they say he's calling for war. You want us to fold your hand and you will kill us. People who cannot even protect the hometown of the imposter, then imposter Buhari, in his own hometown, they can't protect them. They are kidnapping them and they are paying ransom. If they cannot protect, no, is it the South East they can protect? Do they know that you exist? You that they take as a top class citizens, they even take it that you don't exist. Do you think they will protect you? And when we decide to protect ourselves, instead of this, our politicians to encourage us and join us, they are busy demonizing us. They will tell you that ESN have done this, ESN have done that, ESN are the one killing. They will help the Janjaweed to promote false information against the ESN, trying to put our name in the terrorists. Meanwhile, they are the ones who are the terrorists. They are the one. They try to remove their own name. We help them to remove their own name. Then we push ourselves into it. You will see Igbos from the southern part of Nigeria, people from the southern part of Nigeria, talking and speaking evil about ESN. Demonizing, it's telling us that ESN are the ones that kill this and kill that. A propaganda that you and I know that is false. That information you know is false. There is never a time in history where the southern part of Nigeria, more especially Biafra land, are known by beheading people. Beheading people is not our footprint. We don't do that. The Biafrans don't behead person. It doesn't matter what you do. They went to our home of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, killed 28 people. After murdering 28 people, they killed Jack. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was missing for a very long time before we saw him again in Israel. We never behead anybody. We never killed anybody, even as much as we love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We didn't kill anybody. We didn't behead anybody. They went and in the home of one of the commanders of ESN, Ikonso, they went and killed Ikonso in cold blood, not in war front. Ikonso wasn't fighting them. In his home, they abducted him and strangled him. We didn't behead anybody. We didn't kill anybody. No beheading was done. They went to Kenya. They kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They tortured him for good 8 days. After 8 days, they returned him to Nigeria. We saw it and we are still calm. How can all of a sudden? Because the Janjaweed are going for shopping for evidence. They don't have any evidence against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They are going for shopping for evidence. Now they begin to act their film. They act their movie of where some policemen head were chopped off. And they said they are ESN. And their media is pushing it. Their media is pushing it, saying it in the open that they are ESN. When you and I know that these people are not members of ESN. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has come on his platform, one of his brokers. He gave a strict warning that no member of ESN should cover any video in any operation where they are fighting against terrorists. ESN don't use video. They don't make video of themselves. ESN do not make video of themselves, let alone making video of a murder. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu cannot support any gruesome murder. He never ever supported such. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has never supported any such gruesome murder. He has never. It is not in our DNA. It is not our life. It's not our system. You and I know those people who have that as a footprint. The people that are being known very well by the issue of cutting head are the Fulani Janjaweed. And the people who cut head, they praise them. Look at Sanusi. Sanusi that they celebrate today, who rose up to the extent of being the central, the CBN governor, and they made him an emir. This is somebody who beheaded an innocent person. The Sanusi they are celebrating today, they succeeded in painting Sanusi an angel. Today, Sanusi is somebody who will come in their platform and begin to speak. He was not killed, he was not jailed. They pardoned him. He murdered somebody in cold blood, chopped off the person's head, and he was playing with it in the street. And they forgave him, took him, and he rose up to the stage of being a CBN governor. And today, they are even projecting him of being the president, somebody who has murdered, killed person in cold blood. And have you seen any place where you see ESN catch somebody and they make video and send out? We know people who make video of people and send out. The people who make video of the captive and send out are the Fulanis. It's always happening in the north. It doesn't happen anywhere else. Excuse me. But they will come and begin to paint things that are wrong. Sorry, excuse me.
Sorry, my brother. Sorry.
So we really need to wake up on what we are doing and fight the real fight. It doesn't matter what anybody is saying or what they're doing. We have to be focused, and continue to call out this evil for what they are. It is not a hate speech. When you call Fulani haters, Fulani killers, it's not that we are referring to the whole Fulanis. We know what you're saying. When we say Fulani headers, Fulani killers, we know them. And the world knows them. They have committed a lot of evil in so many places, in so many platforms, in one time or the other. And you and I know that. So when we call them Fulani killers, it is not a hate speech. And it is not a lie. It is the fact. Don't allow them to change the narrative. Don't allow them. It doesn't matter how they try. That is what they are trying. Pushing money on media, giving people money to begin to distract us. Before you know it, they change the narrative of different things.
Let me ask you a question now. We have been deliberating on this issue. So what is the next step now? What is the next step? You know, when they went to court, I was expecting to hear that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should either be transferred to Koji prison, but there's a reason they gave there. They said now that they are having prison break in Nigeria, that it would be risky to transfer Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to prison. That is the reason they gave, that they wouldn't transfer him to prison now because of the issue of prison break. And what do you think that we Biafrans now, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, I will not be the one to disappoint you, but rather you will be the one to disappoint me. All this while, he had been pushing this struggle forward, and now he is in dungeon, in captive. And of course, you know, somebody who is in captivity cannot do anything. So what is the way forward? This is what I want to hear. I have over 100 people watching. Nobody wants to call in to contribute. This is interaction section. It's supposed to be meant for you viewers to call in to, you know, express your opinion, not myself and Chuck's survivor speaking. These are for you. Now, this question is for the audience. Now, I want somebody to call in now to tell me, a learned person, what next must we do or should we do to liberate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in this situation? I know some of you said, which is true also, that freedom fighting is not easy. It takes long. Yes, but must we fold our hands like this and wait for that long period to come? What are we supposed to do? What is the next step? What is the next level? This is my question, and I want somebody that is watching this program to call in, a learned person to call in to tell us what next are we going to do to facilitate the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the actualization of Biafra. Thank you. My brother Chuk, you can say something until somebody calls in.
Thank you, my sister. Thank you, my sister. That is a very important question that every Biafra has to be asking him or herself. That is a very important question, and we need to be asking ourselves that question. And as we are asking ourselves that question, each and every one of us, we have a different answer. But the difference is that when you get that answer, are you going to implement the answer your heart is giving you? Are you going to implement that very answer that your heart is giving you? The spirit of Biafra has taken over the struggle of Biafra. Believe it or not. Take it or leave it. That is why some people come out, they tell you that the Biafra struggle is a spirit. The Biafra is a spirit. And at the end of the day, when somebody begins to act according to the spirit, you begin to talk against the person. You will come out and tell me that the Biafra struggle is a spirit. Biafra is a spirit, and yet, when you see somebody acting in spirit, you will be against it. That is sad. The spirit of Biafra have given every one of us one assignment or the other. Are you doing your own part? Are you doing your own part? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has done what he's supposed to do for us. He has done what he's supposed to do for you and I. It is time for us to do something for him. What are you doing for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? What are you doing on your own as an individual? What are you doing for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? What are you doing? Is there nothing your heart is telling you to do for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Are you going to tell me that your heart is not telling you to do anything? This is the time. What I have to tell every Biafran, the most important thing I know we have to do is to keep the tempo high. That is why I'm begging DOS. I'm begging DOS in all what they are doing to make sure they keep the tempo high. Whatever angle you want to channel your energy to, keep the tempo high. Do not make it cold. Don't make the people grow cold. It doesn't matter the angle they're going. This struggle, wherever it is, anything you are doing on your own to make sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be released, keep the tempo high. Those who believe in political solution, keep the tempo high. You have seen, even you are believing in political solution, but recently, the Attorney General of the Federation came out and told us there is nothing like such discussion on his table. He said that nothing such of this discussion on his table. But you and I, we are expecting that after you have visited Buhari, that Buhari will call on the Attorney General of the Federation and they will start discussing about it. They will start talking about it, the possibility of the unconditional release, because we are not asking for pardon. We are not asking for pardon. We are not asking for pardon or any whatever the name they want to give it, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has not been convicted by any law court of committing any crime. It is only when you convict somebody that you can begin to talk of pardon. It is only when somebody has committed a crime or you convict them, you begin to talk of amnesty. We are not talking of amnesty or pardon. We are telling them to discontinue their very charges they have against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and release him unconditionally. And the Attorney General of the Federation came out and told you that there is no such discussion on his table. What does that tell you? It tells you that we need to do more. Whatever we have been doing that made them to begin to talk about political solution, we are supposed to increase the tempo and begin to do it more. The only thing that I know that we have done that made this to change is sit at home. Why don't we increase the tempo on sit at home? Why don't we increase the tempo? Let more people join, add more days is portable, do more things. Even these our so-called elders, if they really care about our Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, these so-called traditional rulers, if they really care, let them come out and lead a protest on a Monday. That Monday we'll call a sit at home. Let them come out. Let Obi of Onisha, Obi or whatever they call themselves, all those big traditional, let them come out and lead a massive protest on a Monday. A protest that will involve every Biafran to come and add demand for the unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is what they're supposed to do. They have made a move and go to speak to Buhari. We are not talking against it. We thank Mbazurike who have led the group. We thank them for their move. They have tried, but they have to do more. You have seen that there is no discussion on the table. It is time that the traditional rulers, the Obi of Onitsha, the Igbo traditional rulers in all states, in all Biafra land, they should come out and lead a protest in their own state, in their own area, in their own local government on a Monday. Let there be a massive protest in every way. Every traditional ruler should carry his own people along and lead a protest for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on a Monday. If you do that, the whole world is going to carry the news. And when the whole world carries the news, these are the kind of things the Janja we don't want to see. These are the kind of things they don't want to see. These are the kind of things that make them mad. They begin to go crazy. Even if you announce it, if the traditional rulers begin to announce it and prepare for a massive protest in the whole Biafra land, a massive protest that will be led by the traditional rulers and the so-called GOs and pastors, they come and lead that protest. Only the announcement alone will make Abuja to invite them. They don't have to go and beg. Only the announcement tell the world that in the next Monday, the whole Biafrans are going to march on the street. A peaceful protest march. The military cannot shoot anybody. In Biafra, we have 70 million Biafrans. 70 million. Even if 5 million, if 5 million Biafrans come out for a protest, no military man can shoot a gun. If 2 million Biafrans come out to protest at one time, no military man will shoot a gun. This is what they are supposed to do. And the narrative will change. And the Monday sit at home we are talking about, every Biafran, wherever you are living in the southern part of Nigeria, it is high time you participate. It is not only when you are in Biafra land. Participate. Participate in it. And any Biafran friend that wants to join in solidarity, they can join in solidarity. As we are standing for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we are also standing for Sunday Igboho. We are also asking for every Biafran that have been arrested illegally. There are so many Biafrans that have been detained illegally. They are still arresting people, even as I'm speaking with you. They are still terrorizing. They are still killing people. They are still destroying properties in Biafra land. How are we going to stop them? Our politicians can never ever speak for us. They can't. They have never done so, and they cannot. That is why when we had that one of the devilish men we have in that very sad part of the country, one of the devilish politicians we have, Ojus Okaro, visited Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Nobody was happy about it. Nobody was happy about it. It doesn't matter what he has gone to do. It doesn't matter what he has gone to do. Nobody was happy about it. But I used to say it, that Chukwu Okike Abiama will do what he has to do. Chukwu Okike Abiama alone knows whom he is going to use to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and he will definitely do it. It doesn't matter if you follow or you don't follow. He will definitely release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu by all means possible. He will be released. The right way for us to go now is to make sure we keep the tempo high. If anybody is trying to dance the tension, please don't listen to them. It's just like people who are coming to my platform to tell me, why are you playing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu old record? Don't you know that you're going to implicate him? That is nonsense. Arrant nonsense. Those people are evil. If you're one of those who are discouraging those who are playing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu old record, you are evil. You are evil. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu record is straight. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was saying something that's wrong, they would have arrested him long time ago. He's in London. Oh. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was preaching all the way from London, calling them out, even calling the British government out. They never arrested him. You think he was saying something that is wrong, something that he can be convicted of, and yet he wasn't arrested. Do not bring down the tempo. Anybody that is trying to discourage you, anybody that is trying to discourage you to keep the tempo high is a deceiver. Don't listen to them. Keep the tempo high. Add more. If you are sitting at home, sit at home. If you are going on a political solution, go and increase the force. Increase more people. Speak more to more people. Anything you are doing, increase it. Any angle, even any angle you want to do it. If you are the one that is praying and fasting, if you are fasting once in a week, increase your fasting. If you are praying, increase your prayer. Either traditional prayer, either church prayer, either mosque prayer, any prayer you want to make, continue to increase your days of prayer of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Anything you are doing for him, increase it. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that I know, he prayed for Biafra and Biafrans 7 good times every day. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu prayed for Biafra and Biafrans 7 times every day. You that you call yourself a Biafran that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is crying for, praying for, suffering for, how many times do you pray for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in a day? How many times? How many times do you remember Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in your prayers? Some of us don't even remember him in our prayers. We don't even care. That is why when they begin to tell you to sit at home, you begin to complain about what you will eat and what you will drink. You complain about what you eat and what you drink, but when your pastor tells you to go and sleep in the church, you go and sleep in the church, dry fasting for 3 days. But this one that concerns you directly, that Chukwu Okike Abiama have directed you to do, it is something that concerns you and your future. You begin to complain of what you will eat for 1 day. Only that Monday will make you become poor, right? Only 1 day sit at home will make you become poor. Of course, it cannot make you be poor. Instead, it will make you be richer. Anything that you don't sell on Monday, on Tuesday, you will sell double of it. You will sell double, triple of it, you will sell. But why don't you make that day valuable for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Because this is a man that has given his life. He has given so much for you and I. On your own side, what have you given for him? What have you done? How have you been able to touch life? How have you been able to fight for him? How have you asked yourself, what are you doing? What are you doing? It's a question that every one of us have to ask. We ask ourselves, what are we going to do to make sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is being released? And when we ask ourselves this question, each time we ask ourselves this question, when we are people who have conscience, unless if your conscience is dead, after asking yourself this question, there must be an answer that Chukwu Okike Abiama will give you on your heart. Why don't you follow that answer that Chukwu Okike Abiama have given your heart? Follow the answer. When you ask yourself that question, any answer that comes to your heart, follow that answer. It is going to go a long way. You have something to do. I have something to do. You see what our sister Linda is doing. She is playing her own role. what our sister Linda is doing. She is playing her own role. It is not only Biafra program that can be done. There are so many other programs that she will do, and people will come here. If we want to make this channel a comedy channel, a place where you come and gossip and talk about people who walk naked and move around, you will see thousands of people coming. You will see millions of people coming to subscribe, millions of people coming. Before you come online, you see them there. But she has chosen her own path, sacrificing every other thing, dedicate the channel to the struggle and make sure that the voice of the people who have been oppressed is being heard. And when we are coming to talk, we are not just talking about the Biafra issue, but we put the Biafra issue on the front line because we ourselves, we are Biafrans. If you're not a Biafran, you are for Ududua land, you can only come out on the platform and make a case for the Ududua people. Because we and the Ududua people are fighting for the same thing. We are standing on the same platform. We have protested on the same platform. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has opened a hand and we welcome each other and embrace each other, fighting for one thing. If you're from the middle belt, you can equally come in and make your own case. Even if you're a Janjaweed, if you're a Fulani person and you are being oppressed, you are sincere, you can come out and make your own case. If you don't like what we are talking, you have a negative, a different opinion for what you are saying, you can come out. If you have a different opinion, come out. If you are a Fulani Janjaweed, you have a negative opinion. Even if you are a terrorist, you have a different opinion. Come out. We can trash it out. Maybe there is something you have in your mind that we are misunderstanding. Come out and let's trash it out. Convince us that you're not a terrorist. The platform is for you to open your mind and speak up your mind. Say it the way it is.
No, my brother, I don't want terrorists here.
No. Some of them claim they are fighting for a right thing. They should come out and tell us. Let us know that right thing they are fighting for. It is well, my sister. Will help us. We will never stop. We will never stop. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what they do. We can never stop.
People who believe in truth. People who believe in truth and people who love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you know, it's only when you have problem. When you have problem that you will know those that are your real friends. There are some people that is coming behind you because of what they are getting from you. There are people who are coming closer to you because they want to be known through you. There are people who are standing by you because of whom you are. There are, when you will know your good friend, when you know people who truly loves you, is when you are in problem. When you have problem, you will know those that are your friend. Anybody that stands by you, no matter the difficulties, is your friend. It is this critical period that we will know, or Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will know, who truly love him. It's in this position that he is now that we are going to know who are those who are strongly fighting for Biafra agitation. I have been sitting here for an hour, over an hour now. I'm supposed to be sleeping. I'm supposed to be going out. I'm supposed to be doing many things, but I abandoned it. That is why sometimes when people say you are just using Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to make money, I will laugh. I say, are you the one paying me? I have been sitting here. Have I received any 1 naira from anybody? Do you pay any money into my account? Do you pay into Chuk Survivor's account? I don't know. Maybe other people might be using it to make money. I am doing this because this is what I believe in. This is what I believe in. I love Biafra land. I love my land. Look at the country we are right now. You cannot even express yourself very well because you cannot speak the language. If our land or country happens to be so good, what will I be doing here? All of us that is living abroad will have well-rich people, educated people. If Biafrans abroad that is well-learned, if they drag them back, you will see that the international community will shake. But because of the environment, everybody is running helter-skelter looking for a greener pastures. And what is this Biafra agitation? We are looking for a better country. We are looking for a comfortable place where ourselves and our children and our families will live. We are not fighting war. We are not looking for what. Sometimes people misunderstood us. Okay, at the first time when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started, he started with the idea of restructuring, and the Nigerian government denied. They refused. They don't want a restructure. You don't want a restructure. You don't want to allow freedom. Then what do you want? What do you want from people? So sometimes people who are criticizing those that are agitating for Biafra, look at the condition of Nigeria. Do you like it? Onye si ihe ọjọọ dị ya mma, ihe ọjọọ bịara ya. So this is the period Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will know those who love him. If you love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and you are well learned anywhere you are, do something. Do something. You can do something by sharing video. At times, some of you think you people come online to make noise. You people come online to talk trash. Do you know that these videos that we are making, a lot of people are watching it, and this is what is promoting Biafra. Sometimes people open their mouth and talk anyhow without reasoning. This noise you say we are making is going far, is notifying the international arena of what is happening. Because if you base your judgment on Nigerian conventional media, my dear brother, my dear sister, you are not going to hear or see anything that is happening. Could you people remember when Fulani terrorists, we are, even up to this moment, they are doing it, but you will never see any conventional media carrying it, because if they carry it, they will come for them. There was a time Channels Television interviewed Emma Powerful. Do you see? They wanted to shut down the channel because he interviewed them. Yeah. And they banned them from reporting issues concerning Fulani's activities. So you telling private bloggers that they are making noise, you are not well learned. So my brother Chooks, if anybody wants to call in to contribute, this is an interaction section. You can call in. There is a link there. Click on the link and call in to tell us your opinion. But I don't want Boko Haram here. Please, I beg, I beg you, I don't want Boko Haram. So my brother Choose, let's proceed to another issue. Now, 2023 election is around the corner, of which I've been telling you people that this is the reason why they abducted Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to Nigeria. The first has been accomplished, which is Anambra election. It have come and gone. The second one they are planning, that is if the Biafrans would allow them to accomplish this, is 2023 election. Let's watch. It's only the grace of God that, or the miracle of God that can save our leader. So watch it. These adjournments of court, that day they are going to adjourn it to another 3 months. Before you know it, will enter 2023, and they will use him for campaign. That if we give us this, they will release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But I pray that such thing do not happen. So another thing about 2023 election now is that they want to use our Biafra Nollywood celebrities for their campaign. And you could remember last 2 months ago, you saw some of them, they went to Abuja to meet Buhari. Now their plan is to use these people. And I wonder, I'm going to make a video about Biafra Nollywood celebrity. They are not promoting us. They are not promoting good image of Biafra. They want to tell the world that any Igbo man that is rich is a ritualist. That any Igbo man that is rich is a criminal. That Igbos believe in juju. This is not good. This is, can they make a video portraying that Igbos are hardworking? If they do such thing, will it be a crime? My brother Choose, or anybody watching me that want to call in to contribute, the line is open.
Thank you, my sister. On that very topic, you are right when you said that the kidnapping of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, part of the reason why they kidnapped him was because of the 2023 election. On that note, you are right. You are right, because we know that all these politicians, more especially the politicians in the southeastern part of Nigeria, they are part of it. They are part of it. They are the people that orchestrated all the plans to kidnap Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They are the politicians in the southeast. Politicians in the southeast for their own political gain. For their political gain. It is not far-fetched when you see how things are unfolding and things that were happening. You can see that even before the kidnapping of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, While they were preparing for their 2023, the only condition that these people have always given them is to stop agitation. That's the anytime they talk about this, their so-called Igbo presidency that doesn't hold water. All these are fake Igbo presidents. When they talk about it, the only thing that the Janjaweed tells them is stop agitation. That you cannot be agitating for Biafra and you are asking for Igbo presidency. They will tell them, they say it openly, that you cannot be agitating for Biafra and you'll be talking for Igbo presidency. And that was why the politicians in the southeastern part of Nigeria came together and planned this evil against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And if there's anybody to accuse or suspect, they are the first suspect. Those politicians in the southeastern part of Nigeria, they are the first suspect, the very first suspect that orchestrated every plan to kidnap Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya. They are the first suspect. And they can't deny it, they can't run away from it. That was why even Ifeanyi Ubah, whatever you call him, Ifeanyi Ubah finally admitted that the plane that was used to rendition Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to Nigeria, the plane that was used was the plane of his friend. It was a plane that was his friend. So long that plane is connected to him, that shows you how connected that they are to the kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They all know about it. And it was all pushing towards this very 2023 election. And this is another reason. This is another reason why I don't believe on political solution. This is another reason why I am crying and saying people should keep the tempo. Because I know the person of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have said a time with that number that he will never sell Biafra for anything. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say he will not give Biafra for anything. So if they are going there to convince him, you see them trooping to DSS. Every day you hear sneaking through the back door, including all Jews of Kanu, going through the back door to go and see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If their purpose of seeing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and why they are hoping that about his own content list is because they want him to drop Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will never drop the struggle for Biafra. He will not. He will not. Because he has said it that he will not disappoint us. We are the one that will disappoint him. If you think that the political solution you are talking about is for them to go and tell Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, okay, yeah, I drop the struggle for Biafra and you give us Igbo presidency. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will never agree to that. Hear it and hear me clear. He will not. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu cannot listen to that. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have even said it on one of his programs that if it is his own death, if it is his own life, taking away his life that will bring Biafra, so be it. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have said it so many times that if it is his own life that will give us Biafra, that he is willing to give out his life. And this is a man, anything he says in Radio Biafra platform, he is not joking. Whatever, he's a consistent person. He can never sell the struggle for Biafra for at any cost, for no reason. You see people, bunch of deceivers, all these deceivers who are talking about Igbo presidency, who are dining with the politicians. You are talking about Igbo presidency. Biafrans have had a president before. Goodluck Jonathan was a Biafra man. What did he do for Biafra? What did he do? What did he do to Ijaw people? Even when he tried to make the constitutional conference that he held and called people to discuss the way Nigeria will go forward, what did they do? They gathered everything, every money that Jonathan has spent to do that constitutional conference. They took the constitutional conference and they threw it into the drain. The late Buhari said he is not willing to look into that constitutional conference, that he will not even look into the paper. They threw it into the trash, that he won't look into it. Obasanjo, who is a Yoruba person, who is Oduduwa man, Obasanjo was the president of Nigeria for 8 good years. What changed? Did anything change? Oduduwa people don't stay crying. Nothing changed. Instead, more Oduduwa people were being killed. Instead, Oduduwa people were being marginalized. Even it went to the extent that even Oduduwa people were not even voting for him because he wasn't pursuing their own interests. And today you have somebody like Buhari there. Even as Buhari, the late Buhari took over power and he's there. In his own hometown, the hometown of Buhari, they have been occupied by terrorists. They kidnap people on a daily basis. Even a chief in his own town is being kidnapped. He could not save him. He could not do anything. Because the agenda of the Fulanis are different. These terrorists, the agenda is different. The agenda is not to protect any individual. It's not to protect any citizen. It is not protect any indigenous tribe. Their agenda is to make sure that they install their own kind of Islam in that government, not the one that we know. Their own kind of terrorist Islam, that's the one they want to put in Nigeria, trying to push forward their own agenda. It doesn't concern them. It's not even about the Igbos. It's not about the Yorubas. It's not about the Efik. It's not about the Ejop. It's not about the Delta people. It's not about the Edos. It's not about the Northerners. It is about the Fulani agenda of conquest. That is the reason they are pursuing. That very charge that Othman Danfodio gave them to conquer the Hausa, they are trying to bring that conquerism to the south of Nigeria. That is why they came to Benue State. Some of us have forgotten. When they came to, when the Fulani herders came to Benue State and they were killing people in thousands, they claimed that they are the one. They didn't deny it. They even told Benue people, it's either you give your land or you die. The Mieti Allah today that is in government, the Mieti Allah today that is in power, Mieti Allah came openly to begin to boast, and their leader said that the Tifi people stopped them from conquering the south. When their father Othman Danfodio was fighting to conquer the whole Nigeria, that the Tifi people, the Middle Belt, and we are the people who stopped him and made him not to conquer the south. And that is why they are killing them. Mieti Allah people said it. The Fulani said it. And that is more reason why they are killing people from Benue State. So the struggle is not just about, it is about the indigenous people. And some of you have forgotten so soon the revelation that our brother Obadiah Melafia made. Obadiah Melafia is for the Middle Belt. He made that revelation about the plan of the Fulanis to bring war and conquer the indigenous people. That is why each time you are talking about the freedom of the people and the people who are killing the terrorists and you're removing Fulanis, you are empowering them. You are giving them a stage to conquer. You are giving them a stage to conquer. Go and check the terrorism index. Go and check the terrorism index where it is. Go and Google it and see. Nigeria is number 3. What made Nigeria number 3? Nigeria, we are not made number 3 because of people who are stealing goods and ram. They were not made number 3 because of armed robbers on the street. They were being made number 3 terrorized country in the world because of the Fulani terrorists. Because of the Boko Haram, which is sponsored by the Fulani. Boko Haram we are talking about, they are Fulanis. Boko Haram members are Fulanis. The ISWAP you are talking about, they are Fulanis. Today they rename them and give them a baptismal name of bandits. The bandits they are talking about, the killer bandits that we know, the killer bandits, the main bandits, killer bandits that we know, the terrorists, they are Fulanis. But they try as much as possible to remove that name Fulani using their media, using Nigerian media. You see Nigerian media who are from the south, oh, Nigerian media that are from the southern part of Nigeria. Instead of using that media to protect their people, they are using the media to speak against their people. Preach all manner of lies, push all manner of lies, and make the world believe that nothing is happening. All of us see when they gave them warning to stop reporting the issue of bandits. They told them to stop reporting the issue of herdsmen, first of all, and they stopped. Do you ever hear anything about herdsmen in the media again? Have you ever had any news about herdsmen again? Not to ask yourself, where are those herdsmen? Those killer herdsmen, where are they? They just disappeared. Even when you didn't hear that they arrested them, you didn't hear that any one of them repented, but they just all of a sudden they just disappeared. You're not hearing about herdsmen again. You are not hearing about killer herdsmen again that we know are Fulanis. They renamed them and begin to call them bandits. They don't want to call them Fulani. But the day they were issuing their warning, the day they released the police warning, the police, what do they call it? That police warning they released, guideline, police guideline that they gave to people, not to go to the southeast, northeast, and northwest. They say people should not go to the northeast or northwest. Released by their own police, Janjaweed police. In that very statement, if you notice very well, they said whenever you are going on the street and you see a cow, be careful. It's either you go back and retrace your step. Why did they put if you see a cow? Why did they include that? It is because the Fulani terrorists that we know about are still operating. And they are the ones using cow to kill people. They are the ones. But they don't want to use that name cow. They don't want to use that name Fulani. They want us to believe that all the trouble that is happening in Nigeria, all the bandits are just the same level. They want to bring their terrorists to the same level of a criminal. That is why even the Minister of Information, that greatest liar, that old man who continues to lie, he's lying until lie will take him to his grave. He came out and he began to compare the bandits, killer bandits. He compared them with the people. He compared them with Agboro in the park. When they told him that the bandits and the terrorists are collecting tax, they are collecting tax from farmers. He came out, a Minister of Information, he began to compare the terrorists with the Agboro that are collecting tax. He said that after all, Agboros are collecting money in the park, that the people who are collecting money on the park everywhere, the Agboros, they are still there. This is where we find ourselves, why we can never be part of it. Look at the NSAS report that they brought. NSAS report, they are still denying the NSAS report. NSAS that they killed innocent people. They killed innocent people and DJ Switch streamed it live. I watched it live myself. So many of us who are in this video, we watch it live when the issue of NSAS was happening. When they were killing people, we were watching it live. But they denied it. This so-called media you see in Nigeria, this media that is promoting their lie, they were in Nigeria. All this media you see now, full pursuing money, they are in Nigeria, but they could not be able to make an investigative journalism. They could not be able to investigate and give us the fact what happened in Lokito Gate. Lekito Gate, people protested for how many days? There was no media on the ground to capture live what was happening there. No media in Nigeria. A protest that have lasted how many days? It was CNN all the way from America. It was CNN all the way from America that came and did investigative journalism and brought out the fact. And when they brought the fact, their Minister of Information, the greatest liar in the planet Earth, went and began to demonize the CNN. After demonizing CNN, he found out that one could not hold water. They themselves said that they're going to institute a panel. They formed a panel to investigate what happened, that what CNN said was wrong. Today, their panel, after so many months of their panel came out to confirm that people were killed. People were shot. The military shot people. People were killed. It was a massacre. What did they do? They turn back and they reject that very verdict of the panel. A panel that they instituted them. And this is a country that somebody will come and tell me, say, I want to be one Nigeria. You said Nigeria will be better. How can this kind of a country be better? A panel that they put in place, that panel came out with a judgment that this thing happened truly. Their government came and rejected the panel that they themselves put in place. They reject it. They reject it. They are talking against it. And you still see some people coming, hey, I'm a one Nigeria. Why are you talking about breaking up? Why are you talking about this integration of Nigeria? Why are you saying that people should break up of Nigeria? A panel that they instituted, they stand against it. Later, the Lagos State come and tell us they're going to give us white paper. After the panel have given us the verdict, they say they will give us the white paper. I don't know where they brought that language. You know, Nigeria can bring language from every angle. Every day you hear one language. They say they're going to bring us the white paper of the panel. I don't know where they go and form that one. Every day you see different language, new languages. Everything in English language have a different meaning in Nigeria. In Nigeria, English is not English. English have different meaning for Nigerian. In Nigerian language, their own English have different meaning. When you talk of restructuring, if you talk of restructuring now, they will begin to give you different kinds of restructuring, different kinds of interpretation. They will tell you they don't know the kind of restructuring you are talking about. They begin to ask you which kind of restructuring you are talking about, as if restructuring is a different thing altogether. Every single language you use in Nigeria has a different meaning. Lagos State come and tell us they want to give us white paper. What did you see in their white paper? In their white paper, they are denying that they don't believe on what they decide to remove certain things from the panel. Then they don't agree with this one. They agree with this one. They don't agree with this one. They don't even agree that people died. And at the end of it all, they came out and tell that people should come and do a peace march. Which peace march? Which peace march with who? They should come and make a peace march. And I thank God for some of those people they call their name. Faz and what do they call them? Faz and what other guy? Is it Macaroni? Faz and that guy, they rejected and said they will not be part of any march. First of all, you have to agree that you committed an offense. Agree that you did that before you can talk of peace. You cannot be pushing injustice and you're talking of peace. How can peace be where there is an injustice? And this is what we are talking about. They have now come back on that same thing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is crying about. Nigeria has injustice institutionalized in Nigeria. There is nothing, there's no way you can get justice in the planet in that country called Nigeria. There is no way you can get justice. They promote injustice every day. Their constitution of Nigeria promote injustice. That is why a senator came in the House of Senate and said that Nigeria, a senator in the Senate said, Nigeria can never ever progress with the constitution they are using. Nigeria can never know peace. Nigeria can never know progress. Nigeria can never know success with the constitution they are using, unless they throw that constitution to dustbin. But instead of throwing that constitution to dustbin, they are protecting it with their blood. They will kill people to protect that very constitution. They will spill innocent blood to protect that constitution. And a sensible man will still come and be telling me of one Nigeria. May Chukwu Abiyama make that the life of that person be like Nigeria. Anybody that is supporting one Nigeria, may his life be like one Nigeria. Anybody supporting one Nigeria and praying for Nigeria to progress and Nigeria continue, may his or her life continue to be like Nigeria. May Buhari, may he have somebody to run his life like the way Buhari is running Nigeria. May his life be run the way Buhari is running Nigeria. They will not say amen to the prayer, but I will say amen for them. These are the kind of people we have. The kind of things we see, the kind of people we have. No single truth. No single truth. No single truth anywhere. They will issue an organization and they will come against it. They will stand against everything that is right. They stand against everything that is right. Look at Lagos State calling us to come and march. March where? March for who? This is when you come about the issue of celebrity. This is the same thing, the celebrity. The celebrities that this idiot called Governor Sanwo-Olu called. The celebrities rejected. They said they will not come to join them. And that is what celebrities are supposed to be doing. But what do you see in the southeast? In the southeastern part of Nigeria, our own celebrities are going to celebrate with them. But in Lagos State, in Ududua land, the celebrities said they will not come and march. They will not come and march with them. But celebrities in the southeastern part of Nigeria, they are busy going from one place to the other to go and campaign and talk with those idiots. You will see our celebrities going. One of them said he was just invited. He didn't know, he just go there to pay a visit. In when they were talking about politics, somebody invites you, you don't know your party, you don't know what your presence matters. You don't know that your presence will convince people. You say you were just invited. Sensible celebrities who the idiot in Lagos State called, they said they will not be part of it. But go to Southeast now. Go to Southeast, they will jump up to it and grab it. They will just grab it. This is how these celebrities in the southeastern part of Nigeria, they are selling us. How many of them is talking about Biafra? How many of them is playing music? How many of them is posting Biafra? How many of them is talking about the unconstitutional use of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Have you ever seen any celebrity in that very context except Chiwetalago? Have you seen any celebrity talking about the unconditional use of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Anyone? None. None of them is speaking for the unconditional use of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu except Chiwetalago. All of the other one, they are just busy following the tone of the day. There are so many evil people everywhere. Even in that very same Lagos State, where the celebrities have said they will not participate, people that their name were mentioned, the governor mentioned their name and begged them to participate. They said they will never until government people get justice. In that same Lagos State, though, they went to Lasso. I think it's Lasso. They went to the governor went to Lasso, and in Lasso you see another group there. Another group we are clapping for him. Hey, they said they will come. They will come and protest him in Lasso. In Lasso, Lagos State University, where people know that their own people were killed, though. Young people like them were killed. They went to bribe Lasso, and Lasso is saying they're going to protest with them. That is how decayed Nigeria is. Everybody in Nigeria, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say mad people everywhere. Mad people everywhere. Mad people everywhere. Our mind has been so corrupt that people don't no longer pursue something that is good. They no longer follow something that is good. It is only evil that they follow. Anything that will put food on their table, they follow it. Just a small. That's why you see the election of Anambra State. Election of Anambra, common 400 naira and a bottle of Coke to convince people. Common 400 naira and a bottle of Coke. That is how. That is what Janjaweed have made everybody happy. Janjaweed have made people so poor. They made the people, the indigenous people in that country, they're so poor that they can take anything. They can take anything they see. But thank God for those of us who have escaped them. Thank God for the people who have escaped, who their brain is still sane. We will continue to talk and continue to shout until freedom comes. And they can't stop us. It doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter what they say. We will continue until freedom comes for every indigenous tribe in the country of Nigeria. It doesn't matter your location. It doesn't matter your religion. It doesn't matter what you believe in. It doesn't matter the angle you're coming from. We will all be free. And that is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for. Fighting for every indigenous person in that country of Nigeria for us to be free. And in extension, Africans to be free.
Okay,
we must surely be free. They can't stop us. Thank you, my sister.
My brother, let's go to the last topic before we round up. The last topic is Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor. Remember, is it this year, earlier this year, that they attacked his house and burned down his house? So I read in the news yesterday that the Nigerian government have refunded him with 50 million naira. Do you believe that this money they will hand it over to him, or this is just a propaganda?
Well, there's never a time we can trust the Janjaweed government. We know them with their propaganda. It's just a propaganda. It's a propaganda. It's a propaganda. Just because they awarded Sunday Igboho, they awarded Sunday Igboho 20 million, and everybody was talking. Everybody was talking. Why didn't they finish the case of Mazi Nnamdi? Because of that, now they were awarded Ejiofor his own also, so that people will feel that they are doing something. But it's left to pay the money now. They can't do it. It's just a propaganda. That is just a propaganda. Just a propaganda to remove our attention from what is happening, to change the narrative. They are very good in that. They are very good. That is why we don't. We should be the one to be given the Janjaweed topic. We shouldn't allow them to be giving us topic. If we keep the tempo high, if we keep the pressure high, they will not have time to give us topic. But because we are playing the thing low, every time they bring one topic. Look at last time they brought one topic and begin to circulate the video. They say ESN is a terrorist. We begin to discuss that one. We defend that one. And we lose focus. Now they bring another one again. Ifeanyi Ejiofor granted victory in his case. They want us to begin to discuss that one. Tomorrow they will look for another one again and through. Just keeping us busy from all angles. This is why I'm calling on all Biafrans. Let us continue on our civil disobedience. Anything you are doing, keep the tempo high. Keep the tempo high. Let us be giving them topic. Let them not be giving a topic. We'll give them topic. Just like this issue of the Fulanis. Let us in all our platform begin to call Fulanis the terrorists. Because the Fulani terrorists is what we know. It is not bandit. Bandit are not terrorists. Fulani terrorists, Fulani bandits, they are the ones that are terrorists. The Fulani bandits are the terrorists, not just bandits. If you don't add Fulani to it, you are getting it wrong. Every platform, let us begin to use that Fulani bandit again. Because they have succeeded in removing it away. We have to bring it back. And in social media have a lot of power. We have strength in social media. That is why we have to keep the tempo high. Don't allow them to change the narrative. Won't allow them. This is why we are coming on platform on daily basis, posting several videos. Because we don't want them to change the narrative. We don't want them to change it. They are fighting all corners. But the social media is in control. Thank God for Chukwu Abiyama, who showed it to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu before now. Can you imagine what would have happened to us if we don't have social media? Can you imagine what would have happened to us if we don't have social media? If we can suffer the kind of thing we are suffering, with all the media we have, we are still suffering. Now you can imagine what our grandparents suffered during the Civil War. Now you can imagine what Ojukwu suffered during the Civil War. If we can still be facing what we are facing, if they can still be bombing and killing with all the information we have on social media that we are dishing out, and still yet they are killing us and doing everything they like, Can you imagine what our parents faced during the Civil War? It's only Chukwu Okike that is going to guide us and protect us, and we must have to stand up and fight for that which is right. Let Biafrans be focused. Let us be focused. The single enemy that every indigenous tribe in that country have, we have a single enemy. The only single enemy we have are the Fulani terrorists that come from Futajelon, and they are not Nigerians. They are not indigenous. The people we are fighting are the foreigners who came from outside to make sure that they enslave the indigenous people. The indigenous tribe in Nigeria, the Ududuwas, the Biafrans, the Middle Betans, and all whatnot. The indigenous people. And they are the common enemy. When you talk about killing, they are the people killing everybody. The people who are killing Biafrans, who are they? The Fulani Janjaweed. People who are killing the Ududuwas, the Fulani. People who are killing the Middle Belt, the Fulani. People who are killing the North, the Fulani Janjaweed. And it is not a hate speech, it is the truth. It's not a hate speech. So when you are saying don't be scared, that they will say it's not a hate speech, it's the truth, it's verifiable. It is something that is verifiable. The only thing that you can be as scared of or afraid of is when your information is not verifiable. But when you are talking about something that somebody can verify, it's not a hate speech. You are not hating. We are speaking up for the oppressed indigenous people in that country we call Nigeria. And we must continue to talk until Biafra comes. And even after Biafra comes, we have a lot of work to do. After Biafra comes, we still have more work to do. It won't stop. Because those people whom the Janjaweed have spoiled their brain, so many people that are now thinking like Janjaweed, some of us Biafrans are thinking like Janjaweed, we have to continue to treat their brain again. Maybe take them to psychiatric treatment or whatever to make sure their head are correct. Even after Biafra comes, we'll continue to speak. The battle will not end. That is why we'll continue to prepare ourselves for what is about to come. We still have a lot of work to do. We have a lot of work to do. So many of us have been brainwashed. So many of us are now thinking like cow. So many of us. That is why people are fighting for their selfish interest. Nobody talks about collective interest anymore. Nobody is talking about collective interest. In every organization you see in Biafra land, there's always competition. Everything you see has turned to competition for us. You'll be competing with somebody you can't even see, somebody you have not met before, somebody you don't have anything in common with. Me and you don't have any business. We don't have any business together. Until you die, I might not even see you. You might not see me. The business I'm doing doesn't stop your own. Your own doesn't stop, but you will just begin to compete unnecessarily. Instead of you thinking of how to improve yourself on your own aspect, you won't think of how to improve yourself. You will now begin to compete. If you see your brother doing something that is good, instead of you trying to learn from that your brother or improve yourself, have a healthy competition. You see somebody broadcasting, that person that is broadcasting is having views. Go and look at the topic the person is discussing and how he's doing it. Do it on your own platform. You can get such views also. When you see somebody progressing, try to add some effect on your own program. Add effect on your own program to improve, not to attack the person. Not to attack the person. We are talking about our freedom, Biafra freedom. Every platform that is speaking about Biafra, I don't care. So long you are speaking about the freedom of Biafrans, I support your platform. I share the video. The only video I don't share is when you put the picture of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or you claim to be a Biafra station and you were speaking against your own people. You're busy gossiping. You're busy antagonizing people. You're busy talking against those people you're supposed to promote. People you claim to be fighting for, you are demonizing them. When I see some video, I don't even watch. I don't comment. I scroll, I move. And that is what Biafra should be doing. If you see some video, don't share, don't comment, just walk, go. Don't attack them. Don't even, if you're attacking them, you are making them to talk more. If you're attacking them, don't attack the person. Just scroll up and go. Don't comment. Leave that platform and go. This is what Janjaweed have put in our brain. When we see something that is against our own people, we promote it. When we see video that is against us, we promote it and we share it. The video will go viral. Video that is against us. But a video that is against our enemy, we won't promote it. We will help our enemy to hide it. But those ones that is against us, we will begin to share it. This is what Janjaweed have done in our head. This is what Janjaweed have done to us. But this Janjaweed who is telling you that your brother is evil, telling you that your brother loves money, that your brother is a criminal, his own brother that is a criminal, his own brother that is a criminal, he's protecting him and hiding him. He has a brother, that Janjaweed has a brother who is more criminal 10 times more than your own brother. and he's protecting him. But you that your brother maybe mistakenly just stole one thing or the other, the judge will point to the brother and tell you to bring your brother to be killed. You go and bring your brother to be killed. But his own brother, who is a well-known criminal all over the world, even the world is speaking about it, he will protect him and hide him. Today, are you hearing about Abba Kyari case again? Are you still hearing about Abba Kyari? Abba Kyari that the United States declared wanted. Are you still hearing about Abba Kyari? Who is talking about Abba Kyari? They are not talking about him because he's a Fulani. They killed the case. The media don't talk about it. Nobody speak about it. It is dead. But if Abba Kyari was supposed to be a Southerner, they will every time they visit it, look at the hush puppy. How many months did the hush puppy information last on media? Up to today, hush puppy is not still dry. It's still fresh on media because it's from the southern part of Nigeria. Because it's from southern part of Nigeria, they will always keep that tempo high. But when it comes to our own, we just relax. We have to keep this struggle going. And the only way to make sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is being released is to keep the fire burning. Keep the fire burning. Don't allow the fire to quench. Anything you can do to keep the fire burning, continue to do it on your platform. Civil disobedience, political solution, or whatever you call it, anyone you are doing, keep it burning. Keep the tempo high. That is the only way to go. And I pray that Chukwu Okike Abiama will give us strength and direct us and teach us the path that we shall go. We can never stop until Biafra comes. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate your support and always your presence in this platform. It's not easy. We have been here for over 2 hours speaking, just both of us, especially you. So I appreciate your effort. I don't know if you have any word of advice to give to Biafra within 2 or 5 minutes. Then I will round up because we have spoken at length.
Thank you, my sister. My fellow Biafrans, everyone that is watching, I appreciate every Biafran or non-Biafran, anybody who is concerned watching, everybody who knows about freedom, who values the freedom of people, who value humanity, anyone that values humanity and you're watching, I thank you very much, and I pray that Chukwu Okike Abiama will guide and protect you. And every hand that shared this video, every hand that shared this video, your life will never remain the same. Chukwu Okike Abiama will bless you. Every hand that shared this video and is about to share this video, that will send this video to their own platform, your own private platform, your own WhatsApp group, your platform, any hand that share it, Chukwu Okike Abiama will never allow you to go down. Chukwu Okike Abiama will never leave you alone. And every eye that is watching this video, you will see Biafra. You will not only see Biafra, you will walk into Biafra. You will be part of Biafra and you will celebrate in Biafra land. And for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I pray that Chukwu Okike Abiama will set him free very, very soon. For our brother Sunday Igboho, Chukwu Okike Abiama will deliver Sunday Igboho. Any place Sunday Igboho is, Chukwu Okike Abiama will release him and he will come out and continue the struggle. For Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Chukwu Okike Abiama will continue to set him free. Chukwu Okike Abiama will send doctors spiritually. Chukwu Okike Abiama will send doctors to treat him and make sure that he remains in good health. Chukwu Okike Abiama will continue to give him revelation, stronger revelation, so that he can continue to send word to us until Biafra comes. As for Biafra, Biafra is coming, and no man born of a woman can stop it. It is a divine mission. It doesn't matter if you share the video. It doesn't matter if you talk, you don't talk. It doesn't matter if you demonize Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It doesn't matter if you fight for him or you don't fight for him. Chukwu Okike Abiama gave me a mandate. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has played his own part. He has not defaulted in any part. He is as white as snow, whiter than snow. Chukwu Okike Abiama is going to bring him out, even with the enemy. He will use even an enemy to bring him out. That one is signed and sealed. No man can stop it. For you to fight for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is for you to share from the blessing. If you want to share from the blessing, play your own role. Civil disobedience. Sit at home on Monday. If you want to share from that blessing, play your own role. That you are doing it, you are not doing it for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. As for his release, he will surely be released, whether you do it or you don't do it. But for you to be blessed on your own side, participate and do what you're supposed to do. Thank you so much for watching wherever you are watching from, and remain blessed. They will kill us, we will kill them. At the end of the day, Biafra must surely come. Ududua will come. Every indigenous tribe will be free. Thank you, and remain blessed. See you again next Saturday.
Thank you so much, my brother, and remain blessed. In case if you want to watch Chuk Survivor, this is the name of his platform on YouTube, so you can always tune in to watch his program. And to anyone that is watching this video, please, after this program, I would like you to share this program to any platform that you are engaging. And I want to tell us one thing: whenever you are in this world, whatever you are in this world, anything you are doing, put your faith in God, put your trust in God. Do not rely or depend on anybody, because in your difficult situation they are going to run away. Many people running around you, they are called good weather friend or fed weather friend. When you have problem, they will disappear from nowhere, but when things are moving well, they will come for you. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu had a lot of people who supposed to stand by him. What is happening now? What is happening to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should teach us a lesson. Always put your trust in God. You can love people, you can be friend with people, be mindful of the type of friend you have. In case if you didn't learn anything from this platform, I am telling you this now. This is the secret of life, the secret of success. Put your trust in God. Mind the type of things you tell people. Mind those whom you call your friend. Your worst enemy is that person you call your friend, because you tell him or her your secret. When you have problem, they are going to use it against you. They will abandon you. Their prayer is for you to go down. You think they are cheering you up. They are praying in their heart that you should go down. So trust in God. Pray for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This is a very difficult moment for him. What he is passing through in DSS custody, if you and I should pass through this process, I don't think we'll survive it. And only what he passed through in Kenya when they abducted him, none of us can survive it. But because he is a special man, a special person sent for this purpose, that is why he is still alive in this moment. I want us to continue to pray for him. Like my brother Chuk said, if you know what you can do, if it is to share this video. Some of you think when you share the video, Linda will get million. No, you are not doing me a favor. Rather, you are pushing this struggle forward. Some people are stingy in sharing video. I don't know what prevents you from sharing this video. If you have a WhatsApp group or any group, share this video. Let this video go viral. Let a lot of people, let the world know what is happening in Biafra land. And my moderator Chukuma, thank you so much for being here. Although you came late, next time if you come late, I'm going to sack you. As I'm going to round off this program now, next week Saturday by 2 p.m. 2 p.m. This is always when we'll have this program. If you want to contribute, it's an interaction section where people are allowed to express their views and their opinion towards what is happening in Biafra land. If you want to call to contribute, 2 p.m. every Saturday. Every Saturday. Yeah, thank you so much, everybody. I appreciate your support. Although I know most of you didn't have this notification, but as time goes on, the YouTube machine, they will do the normal thing. Bye bye. I love you all.
Good evening and good night to some of you. Python, that's one. Python, that's two. Python, that's three. Nnamdi win the war. Python, that's one. Python, that's two. Python, that's three. Nnamdi win the war. Python, that's two. Python, that's three. Python, that's one. Python, that's two. Python, that's three. Python, that's one. Python, that's two. Python, that's three. Nnamdi into I fall. Abakari, Awanabura, Urapugi Mary Nnamdi win the war. Python, that's one. Python, that's two. Python, that's three. Urapugi Mary Nnamdi win the war. Python, that's one. Python, that's two. Python, that's three.
Unapugi Mary Nnamdi. Unapugi Mary Nnamdi. Good night, my wonderful people. Next week, Saturday, 2 p.m.